Okay, guys, let me know. Okay, I think we are live here, guys. I'm not sure yet if you could see me. Let me know in the chat. I'm just going to let a few people file in here, and then we're going to start kind of going through a quick intro. But I think we're good. I think we are live. Please let me know if you can see me in the chat. That would be very helpful. And I'm going to explain what we're doing here today. Okay, looks like we are good. I see the stream live. It is going. Okay, hi. Welcome, everybody. Let me tell you what we're doing today. We are in Singapore, very far away from Canada. It took me about 30 hours to arrive here. And I'm going to be streaming the OPPO Inspiration Challenge. What you're about to see here are 15 very interesting and very high-tech projects that are pretty innovative. Now, OPPO, I've got some notes here to read here, has a mission: technology for mankind, kindness for the world, and inspiration ahead. All these projects you're about to see here were submitted in kind of like a previous competition or like a previous round. There was almost 700 proposals, and these are the top 5 projects from the following 3 regions. We have Boston in USA, we have Shenzhen, China, and we have Bangkok, Thailand. These are the best projects, the top 5 from each, so we have 15 in total, and they're competing here today to win up to $50,000 in grants, the opportunity to network, connect with some top OPPO professionals, people to raise investment, etc. I'm going to be kind of ranking these projects, so I'm going to be giving my personal opinion on them, impact, presentation, how good they are, etc. Going to be a really interesting stream. I'm going to sit back for most of it. We're just going to watch. Again, I'm live in Singapore. There's a huge stadium over there where they're kind of doing all the presentation, and I'm sat in this back little room, and I'm going to be kind of commentating it. Pretty interesting opportunity. I'm just going to take a second here to read the chat. This obviously will be DVR'd. You guys will be able to watch it after. And I want to hear your feedback through the whole thing, okay? Let me know how the audio levels are. Let me know what you guys think about the presentations. That's the whole point of this stream. I think we're good. We got 97 people in here right now. Yeah, so what do you guys think so far? Let me know in the live chat. I'm going to be kind of updating this or reading it as we go through. We're going to be starting in 1 minute. Okay, so once that starts, I'm going to be quiet. We're going to listen to the presentation. There's going to be 15 of them. There's going to be some breaks. We're going to be on for about 3-4 hours probably. And yeah, I guess some more stuff to share with you guys here. These teams will have the opportunity to go through an acceleration camp, so kind of like a startup incubator that's provided by the OPPO Research Institute. They're going to be able to win $50K in grants and up to $190K in startup funding from this accelerator, with some strategic partnerships, etc. Looks like we're about 30 seconds away from start. And thank you, yeah, welcome to Singapore. Absolutely beautiful country. Long flight, but definitely worth it when we sit in here other than all the humidity and stuff. Looks like we are about to start.
Participants, the final demo event of OPPO Research Institute Innovation Accelerator will start in 1 minute. Please
1 minute.
kindly
All right,
be
guys,
seated
get ready.
and put your mobile devices on silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation. We do have simultaneous interpretation headphones available. Please turn to channel 1 for Chinese language. Thank you.
So what you guys are seeing right now is exactly where I am. There's a huge like convention center. All these people are like, I don't know, 200, 300 meters away from me. And I'm in this back room kind of streaming the whole feed, which is a bit hilarious. They kicked everyone out. I've got guards at the door. This is awesome. I'm looking forward to this presentation. We're starting in 1 minute, guys. Let me know what you think in the chat. And yeah, we're ready to get started here. You guys see me? Do I look good? How's the camera? How's my face? Also, guys, let me know how the music is and the audio levels. Everything's too quiet, too loud. Tell me. You guys know I'm not a pro streamer, but I've done it enough times. And like I said, as we go through the presentations here, I'm going to kind of rank them. I've got some notes down here, and I'm going to say, you know, kind of my personal opinion. And I want to hear what you guys think, too, if you like them, if you don't like them. Everything is perfect. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate you. We're going to be going for a long time here, guys. I'm going to need you in the chat here to keep me company. Hi, Blind Gamer. How you doing? I've got a little screen here.
A very good afternoon to all our distinguished guests, proposal teams, media friends, and online audiences. Welcome to the final demo event of the 2023 OPPO Inspiration Challenge. My name is Shannon, and I'm really privileged to be right here to be your host for today. Based on OPPO's brand proposition of Inspiration Ahead, the Inspiration Challenge is initiated by OPPO Research Institute and is established to empower technology professionals and entrepreneurs to bring innovative solutions to life for a better future together. The theme of this challenge is virtuous innovation with two categories: inspiration for people and inspiration for the planet.
What?
Today we have 15 startups and their incredible
Sorry guys, there's people trying to get in my room
in
here.
the running to be in the global top 5 of the 2023 OPPO Inspiration Challenge. You may view the startup brochure for the full agenda and an introduction for each of the startup teams. We are very honored to invite our partners as judges for today's final challenge. Please allow me to introduce Director of Industry Innovation at GSMA, Faisal Zia.
To those of you guys in the live chat, I'll talk more about this after, but let's listen to the
Southeast
presentation.
Asia Investment at Temasek International, Cassie Wu. General Partner at 8 Roads of Fidelity International, Sean Shen. Director of Xnode, Freda Zhang. Next, we have our expert judges from OPPO. Head of OPPO Research Institute, Jason Liao. Vice President, Head of Finance and Investment at OPPO, Vivian Chu. Technical Director at OPPO Health Lab, Timothy Whitten.
Looks like a good guy. His name is
And
Tim.
last but not least, we have Head of Investment Department at OPPO, Sophia Chow. Let's give a big round of applause for all our wonderful judges again. They do have a hard time today.
I'm going to be
We are
judging
also
two guys,
very
but my
privileged
judge
to
doesn't
be
really matter.
joined by our media friends who will vote for today's Media Choice Awards from all our 15 proposals. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Head of OPPO Research Institute, Mr. Jason Liao, on stage for his opening remarks and to kick off our final challenge. Mr. Liao, please.
For any of you guys just joining, there's going to be a bunch of tech projects that they're going to go through here, okay? There's going to be 15 proposals. It's going to be about 10 minutes each. It's, a professional presentation, and they're going to talk to you about a ton of really innovative tech projects that they are proposing to essentially change the world, change the planet, etc. We'll let this guy talk and tell you about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Jason from OPPO. It is my great pleasure to be here with you today. Welcome to the global final demo event of 2023 OPPO Inspiration Challenge. We launched the first OPPO Inspiration Challenge in 2022 with the idea of virtuous innovation. And I would like to share the story of one winning proposal from last year's Inspiration Challenge, Tang Tang Quan, Diabetics Digital Solution.
This is the second year, by the way, guys.
After the competition, our wearable devices team organized a work group to assist Tang Tang Quan in integrating their blood glucose monitoring app into OPPO Watch series. Following the collaboration, the app can now be used in the OPPO Watch. In the latest OPPO Watch 4 Pro, which I'm wearing today, there is a customized widget that enables diabetes patients to monitor their blood glucose level in real time. It is also displayed in our demo area, so feel free to take a
messing with
look
that earlier. It's pretty cool.
during the break. In 2023, we continue our journey on empowering tech professionals and innovators worldwide. We believe that we can innovate and bring value to the world together with innovators like you. improving health and the environment are the shared goals of everyone on this planet. So the 2023 Inspiration Challenge focuses on the two entry categories of inspiration for people and inspiration for the planet, calling for proposals exploring accessible technology, digital health, and sustainability. We received an overwhelming response globally, with a total of 687 innovative
there was a lot
proposals
of them that they had there.
coming from 66 countries and regions. Following a thorough evaluation process, the top 5 solutions in each region, 15 startups in total were selected from 3 regional challenges in Boston, Shenzhen, and Bangkok.
And guys, all these startups are trying to win some money here too,
to compete
and recognition,
for
obviously.
the top 5 winners today. The Inspiration Challenge is not a solo effort from OPPO. It is the platform that connects relevant professionals to bring the benefit of technology to every corner of the world. So here I want to show my great gratitude to our partners this year, including Qualcomm Technologies, GSMA 5G Innovation and Investment Group, Amazon Web Services, and LinkedIn. Together, we hope to empower technology professionals and entrepreneurs worldwide to bring their innovative solutions
The
to
first
life.
presentation will be in like
Now,
2-3 minutes, guys, by the way.
Let's give
Just
the
hang on.
stage to our final competing teams. Best of luck to all of you.
Thank
Perfect.
you so much, Jason.
Yeah, guys, there's gonna
for
be
the
15
inspiring
presentations here, okay?
speech.
They're gonna be like
Thank
10
you.
minutes. Those will be the more exciting ones. Just gotta get through all the information so you guys know what the heck you're actually watching here.
And I do believe the virtuous innovation and technology is the bright future that all of us are looking forward to. So ladies and gentlemen, today's final challenge will officially begin. As mentioned, we have
Perfect.
15 proposals today. Each pitch will last for 9 minutes, with
9
6
minutes, okay.
minutes for presentation and 3 minutes for Q&A. So teams, please do manage your time wisely and accordingly. The jury will score based on the following 4 criteria: feasibility, innovation and originality, long-term potential, and social value. So let's welcome our first team today, Anthap Intelligent Technology Co. Limited from China, and their proposal, Anthap Haptic Solution.
Okay, guys, I actually messed with this one earlier. This is really cool. They're gonna show you in the presentation, but essentially it allows you to feel like all the audio, so people that have like visual impairment can actually experience like
Good
games
afternoon,
and
this
stuff.
is Jamie.
I talked to this
I'm
guy.
the co-founder and COO from Anthap. And we are a small but cool company focusing on the haptic technology. So today I will make a brief introduction of ourselves. Anthap was established in 2021 by 3 haptic experts and me. Our professors comes from the Chinese Academy of Sciences and Beihang University. We have received the seed round investment from Miracle Plus and an angel round investment from Sequoia Capital and the City University of Hong Kong.
They've raised about
here is
2.4
our
million, guys.
set of products. Actually, we have a very complete ability of products, of haptic capabilities, which actually contains our hardware and software solutions. Our hardware products are the lander motors and haptic chipset. So we have the fastest motor development R&D technologies. And for the software, our self-developed haptic algorithm, Anthap AI, can generate haptic effects on smartphones, controllers, and every smart surfaces we use in daily life. And we also have reduced the delay time into within less than 1 millisecond, and which is a world-leading level. So how can our products be integrated with the user experience? So on the smart devices, we can provide this kind of using. On every smart device's surface, we can provide a layer system haptic SDK, which can generate all the haptic effects simultaneously. And as for the entertainment activities on phones, we can perform the corresponding environmental materials for the users, and thus they will think the thing is much authentic.
This is like vibration
let me
guys
show you
in your
some
phone and
cases
stuff.
we have cooperated with some of our customers. For this brand, this is Aya Nail. It is a world-famous Windows game console. On each Aya Nail's product, we provide the haptic chipset for their products. So hundreds of games on Aya Nail's product will have the haptic effect real-timely without any human customized work. And in every generation of products Aya Nail has released, this function has been the most popular feature. And the game players call it the magic haptic.
I can agree. I use this. It's so cool, guys. You can't really see it from the presentation.
One of our
It feels
customers
so
is
cool.
Pico VR, who is the top one VR brand in Chinese market. So the haptic effects will be performed on the two controllers so that the users can control it much more accurately, and it can also improve the user experience. And the next two scenarios are mainly focused on phone use. So as I mentioned
What are they
before,
doing
we
with
have
the
a very
suitcase?
complete capability of haptic designing and the product abilities. So we have been the main and only product vendor for the world's largest two luxury groups. They are LVMH and the Kering Group. We provide the
for
haptic
advertising.
effect for their branding advertisements videos. And also, we provide some solutions from the marketing and the haptic interactive point of view, such as, for example, we have detected a solution named the heartbeat. So we can let users to detect their heartbeat on their phone.
That's
and
pretty
our
cool.
AI will transfer the data into a real touch in less than 1 millisecond. So in addition to a necklace or a bag, you can also send your heart, your real heart, to the person who you love. And Gucci has released this solution in this year's Valentine's Day, and Fendi will do it in the coming Christmas.
Damn.
So for the gaming use on mobile, this is a very famous IP in China named the 盗梦笔记. This is an AIGC game launched with much attention from the game players, and we provide some tools, haptic effects for its gaming, and the users can play it on their phone. Haptic feature has helped this game to increase their DAU by more than 30%.
Daily active users, by the way,
So it's a very surprise data. So, as we have found, when we adapted haptic with the content, user experience are highly improved. So, in addition
I can agree.
to
I was using
the
it. It's
more
honestly
immersive
unbelievable.
experience, as we know, haptic is a sensory interactive channels. So we can also help our customers to make a connection with their end users more accurately and more quickly. So finally, it will contribute to sales growth. And for OPPO, we have special cooperation proposals. Since OPPO has a very strong and complete product ecology, so we are developing the haptic SDK with the structure of the system for Apple phones and the smart pencils and also wearable scenarios. And
I'll answer some
to the
questions in a
future,
second,
we are
guys.
also working with OPPO's Health Lab to find the research of the linkage between the haptic and mental health. So we all want to create a more comfortable, peaceful, and safely digital life for all OPPO users. And in the past year, we have quickly acquired many high-quality customers. The logos here are some of our customers who have really signed the contract with us. So,
It's funny.
as you can see, they're very,
These guys started in
very
2020,
big
by the way.
names.
Pretty impressive they have these already.
So this is my contact information. Please feel free to contact us. And also today we bring some products and demos here, so you can have a try. And welcome to our exhibition corner and communicate later. Thank you very much.
Thank
So guys,
you, Anthap Intelligent Technology
This is
Co.
way
Limited,
cooler
for
when
your
you
wonderful
actually
proposal.
use it,
Next,
okay?
we have
I was
Q&A,
doing it
which
with
will
the
last
VR
for 2
headset.
minutes, 41 seconds.
It's crazy. Like, you can feel everything that's
you may ask
happening, even when they
questions.
play like on your phone with no additional sensors or anything. It's just like a way better haptic the way you normally have. So they were showing me like a video on the phone of like an R8,
Thank you
and it felt like I was
great
in the car.
presentation. Quick question on social values. There's an ESG element. I just wanted
This
to
guy's kind of quiet. Let me turn him up a bit.
more to that.
Yeah, that actually it's a very good question, and that's the work we are trying to do now. As we know, some disabled people do not have the hearing ability, or they couldn't see the things very clearly. So
That's what I was talking about earlier.
For this kind of users, haptic will be a very unique channel for them to know what the environment they are in and what's the things they are touching with. So we can provide the environmental materials such as what is a metal, what is a plastic, and so on to let these kind of users to know whether they are safely or not. So that's a kind of use, and we are doing this kind of products.
I don't know how they do that with the AI guys, but it literally like, I did the
You
VR
mentioned that
headset, the
you have
controller, the phone, it just
linear
works on
motor
all of
to
it.
drive the haptics. You have the chipset, and you also have the AI to automate the various types of haptic interactions. Of those, what is your strategic advantage, and
This is Tim,
which
eh?
of those technologies are these companies most interested in?
Yeah, that's really a good question. As we know, the motor is a metal thing, and the haptic is a sensory of our human self. So what's the linkage between these two things? That's a very good question. And before that, nobody knows the secret of them. And we have, my team has more than 20 years of haptic research. So we totally know the receptors along, beneath our skin. And we also know the linkage between the motor and our haptic. So just to answer your question, that we know the secret of haptic itself. Thank you.
These guys they already
Could there
raised
be
this Series A, by the way.
Algorithmic or data mode around the business?
Actually, we just launched our SDK product in last year. So as you can see, we have quickly
I'd actually like
acquired
to
many
use that and see if I could
branding and
implement the
mention
SDK.
customers
That'd be really
in last
cool.
year from the luxury regions. And also, we are trying to expand this kind of ability to the smart devices and other scenarios contains with the electricity vehicles.
Thank you so much, team, for your fantastic presentation. Judges, please score our first proposal, Anthap Haptic Solution.
just gonna put these on, guys. It's a little
And
bit easier
media
to hear.
friends in our audience, you can also vote via the link we shared with you earlier on for Media Choice Award. Thank you.
I think I muted the stream audio accidentally, guys.
Next up,
There we
please
go, okay.
welcome our second team, Huayi Medical Technologies Co. Limited from China, and their proposal, Contactless Health Monitoring Technology.
So guys, once we get a break, I'll kind of tell you my rankings for these teams. This one, I'm a little biased because I actually used their demo and it was really, really cool. This one I don't know as much about. I'm gonna flip to my notes here. Let's see what we can find on Contactless
Hello,
here.
everyone. It's my great pleasure to be here to share some of our wonderful technologies today. And I'm from Shenzhen, Huayi Medical Technology, and we focus on the next generation of health sensoring technology. Here we use the word sensoring because we develop the hardware of sensor as well as the software and algorithm of sensing technology. And here, we are a new startup for about only 2 years, and we did 3 things in these 2 years. First, we established a core team from different backgrounds, from financing to research, engineering, and operation. And second, we have finished our first generation technology and product development and applied several patents. And third, we have cooperated with a lot of leading companies and research institute and university and hospital in China. And as we know, there's a lot of people we should take care of every day. For example, the elderly people. As we know, it's about 1/3 of the elderly people have at least falls at home.
Yeah, that's a big
And
problem.
Nobody knows. And secondly, is a child. We should take care of the child because, as we know, there are about more than 0.1% infant suffering from the sudden death in North America. And
Oh, wow. I didn't know
in
that.
fact, there are some parameters such as the breath rate, the cardiac parameters, and maybe the movement can show the abnormality in advance.
Early
but there
indicators,
is no way
yeah.
to detect that. And for another example, the clinical and post-clinical patients, they should monitor their health condition day by day, time by time. But so far, there is no suitable method. For example, the medical devices is too complex, and the wearable is not comfort, and the compliance.
Yeah, you're not going to
for
get
the
an
users
infant
is
to
a
have a
problem.
wearable there.
And we have provided a solution for the problem. We use the millimeter wave radar to detect the posture, the position, the movement, and even very tiny signal from the user, the heartbeat, the breath, and maybe other signal, the sleep quality. And as we know, the wave radar originally used by the military and recently used by the automobile industry. And it's a big problem to use this technology to the home scenarios because
Guys, this company's raised
the radar is used
$150
to
million
test a
US
huge
dollars.
object and with a huge movement. So we proposed
It was in a
our
Series
own
A.
technology series. We call it One Track to solve the problem. We developed the technology from the front end, such as antenna design, and to the digital signal processing, and to the AI modeling. And for example, the antenna design technology of our company is totally different from the current commercialized method. And therefore, we can lower the cost and increase the performance. And currently, we have do a lot of clinical trials, and our result, our product result, is as well as even better than the health watch. And
That's why they raised so much money, don't they? The clinical
our
trials.
company is the first one in the world have proved the possibility to use the radar to detect the cardiac arrhythmia,
Wow.
the parameters. And we have launched our first generation product together with a listed company in China, Haikang Yingshi, and we are co-branding. And this product is really user-friendly, and we have a lot of clinical trial and to make sure the precision is very high compared with the clinical devices. And you can see this our product is very small and pretty, and you can just put it on the wall and go to sleep. It's untouched.
What?
And can detect a lot of parameters in your life. And
Wow. That's
as
impressive.
well as
You don't have to wear it.
we have to make sure it's harmless, and we have to make sure it's privacy data security. So we have get a certification of the FCC CE, and our company has passed the international quality control system, ISO, several ISO systems for the medical devices research and sale, and some ISO standard for the data privacy. And this is our partner for the business and research. For example, the Haikang Yingshi, we have launched the co-branding product, and we now, together with OPPO, to do the clinical trials in several diseases. And of course, there are some other partners. And here is our core team members, and you can see it's from the
Damn, look at these guys.
the leading universities in China.
Doctor,
the
doctor,
Tsinghua and
doctor,
Peking
doctor.
University, and from different background. From the Bank of the Communication, Shanghai Bank of Communication for the financing, and myself is a professor originally in Tsinghua University and major on biomedical engineering. And we
These guys have
also the
FCC
AI
approval,
expert
guys, not
who
FDA.
is Tsinghua,
That's what it said, at
Tsinghua
least.
Yao Bar. You know, he's an expert in the AI field. And here is our plan for our products. Currently, we have launched the first two, and next year we will launch our radar together with the camera to monitor the infant, the baby. And then we will launch another one to monitor more than one person simultaneously.
Damn.
And current we put our radar and the watch and mobile phone of OPPO together to the hospital. We have get about more than really 1,000 data set. And as we know, the technology trend, the 6G and short distance data communication is the trend for future. And the millimeter wave is very similar to the technology above. So we want to integrate our interactive perception method together with that technology and maybe more options with OPPO. So we have closed 2 rounds of our financing and about $4 million and with the evaluation about $20 million.
What? Okay, that's not what it says in my notes,
you.
guys. All right, I guess that was incorrect
Thank
then.
you, team. Now you have 1
That's still a lot of
minute
money
and
to raise,
32
though.
seconds for Q&A.
What does that
Judges.
say that here? Total value of previous funding. Okay, maybe that was meant to be 1.5 million. I don't know what it
Do
says
I
here.
have to install the hardware in every room, or I only need to install one hardware in one home so that I can monitor all the people
That's a good
of
question,
my
actually.
family?
In fact, since the privacy reason and other technology reasons, the wave, we cannot allow it through the wall because you may monitor your neighbors.
Oh.
So currently
Okay, I see.
we use our device in one room, one device.
Okay, and my second question is, would that be okay that the data or the warning would be installed in our phone so that I can know my family's situation?
Yeah, if your family is sharing his or her data to you because the data privacy issue, if he allowed, you can see her data or she data.
So that means I still have to have an app.
Yeah. App, or in China, we have the WeChat function.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. So what they're saying, guys, is this is a device that you just put in the room. You don't need a wearable or anything. It tracks like, metrics related to your health.
Your algorithm or your the chip.
In fact, except the chip, we designed the antenna and algorithm and the AI model, except the chip.
How about compared with the competitors, the cost and the accuracy of your solution?
I think currently, as I just mentioned, we are the only one company can detect the very tiny signal from maybe the cardiac signal. We are the
That's
only
insane
one
that they can do that.
this kind of
You're not
signal-
wearing anything. You
signals.
can detect the signal
Thank
when
you
you're
so
in
much,
the room
team.
of this
Thank
device.
you to Huayi Medical Technologies Co. Limited for
Oh,
your
is that-
fantastic
is that Tim too?
proposal. Judges, please score this proposal. Contactless health monitoring technology. Media friends, please a reminder to vote via the link we shared with you earlier on from Media Choice also. Thank you.
Yeah, someone's saying it could be like a security device and you monitor like babies and stuff. Yeah, this really, I want to learn more about this. 6 minutes is not enough to explain like how these things actually work, right? But I mean, that is what it is. Guys, really interesting. That one is, so I like the haptic one because I actually use it. That's really cool. But I could totally see like
Next,
how much
please
better would that be to
welcome
just
our
have that
13th
in the room. You don't have to
Bluepha
wear like a
Co.
watch
Limited
or a
from China
band.
with their
And you don't even worry.
proposal,
It's just there. You don't even know
eco-friendly
it's there.
packaging
Right? Well, you
solution
know
for
it's there. You know what I
OPPO
mean?
smartphones.
Okay, let's see. This is a bit of a different type here. Not as high tech, more
Good
sustainability
afternoon,
focused.
ladies and gentlemen.
Let me see
My
their
name is
funding for
Alex
these guys.
From Bluepha, a cutting-edge synthetic biology company from China. It's my great honor to participate in this great event, and I would like to thank OPPO to provide this opportunity that all these great ideas could be demonstrated here to realizing the innovate for better world. Today, the topic we propose is an innovative, eco-friendly packaging solution for OPPO smartphone. Today, our world is choking
These
on
guys
the
are in,
plastic.
they raised the Series
Every year,
B.
huge amount of the plastic waste leaked into the environment, especially to the ocean. This is a big threat to the marine animals. And actually, it will take hundreds of years for it to degradable. And this will create the microplastics. It's a safety threat to the human race ourselves. You can see this photo that when people found this sea turtle, there's a plastic in its nose. So this is all because of the conventional manufacture is based on the petrol oil. It cannot change the situation fundamentally. Since the plastic created, there's already 9 billion tons of plastic created. According to the OECD data, there's only less than 10% recycled. And there's reports indicate that the synthetic biology can provide a new path to the global carbon neutral. And Bluepha is a company based on the synthetic biology, which is probably one of the hottest track in the past decade. And the most attractive thing is that it can produce almost everything without petrol oil.
They've raised $300 million,
guys.
guys.
Material and molecular innovation, and we build our advanced R&D platform, empowering product development. Today, our first pipeline product is the Bluepha PHA. It's a natural material. It is based on the biomass feedstock, and it has an excellent biodegradability. And the most amazing thing is that it has variety properties similar as the plastic. Just as other natural materials from plant or from animal, our PHA product is from another natural creatures. It's from the microorganism. It's just like the fat in the human body, microbial created inside the cell. This is a TEM photos we took from the fermentation process. You can see the PHA grow from the cell in the beginning and full of the cell at the end. And from the bio-based dimension and the biodegradable dimension, PHA is regarded as the most biodegradable material to replace the conventional plastic. And it also has some very good properties like the oxygen, humidity barrier, and it also has the hydroxy stability. And we can use these properties to create all kinds of the applications. Currently, Bluepha PHA has already achieved the international certificates on the eco-friendly and safety.
That's a pretty big deal for fundraising.
This is a real experiment we took that used the seawater from Shenzhen. You can see the straws that we, based on the PHA, that it will degrade very quickly. And also we have the very good shelf life.
Look at the difference there, guys. On the right side, that's theirs, and the left side's a normal straw.
We attended the China Roadshow Inspiration Challenge. We proposed this idea to OPPO that we can provide an eco-friendly package. But at that time, we don't have the prototype. The idea needs to turn ground. So the OPPO ID team, industry design team, quickly got into touch with us, and they provide their design. They help us to design the package, and we quickly made out this demo product. And
I saw this in the demo area. It's pretty cool.
Because we don't want to just provide a product, we want to provide a consumer good experience. So
this actually feels really cool compared to like a normal plastic. Yeah, he's right. That is what it feels like. It was really cool to see that actually.
So for Bluepha PHA material, it aligns with the circular economy. It is from nature and ends to the nature. We did a calculation on the carbon footprint versus the conventional plastic PS and even with paper. So we can see that we can reduce huge amount of the carbon footprint versus the current material. All this is based on our technology and the core team. Our co-founders are from the top universities in China, and the core team is from
two
the international
PhDs.
Companies and industry experts. And we also have a very good platform. We call it Symbiote OS, just like Color OS for OPPO. And we can realize the strain screening and to the product development high effectively. And this is the plant we built in Yancheng. You can see
I wonder how much that costs. Oh my
God.
God.
We can use the green electricity. And this is the first phase is 5,000 tons per year, and we have plans to extend to 75,000 tons per year in the next 3 years.
These guys are growing fast, but it started 2016.
And I believe that hand in hand with OPPO, we can, build a better planet and make this world.
I'm here, guys, in Singapore.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bluepha.
For anyone just tuning in, I'm in like a live streaming room. The event's
Q&A,
happening like
judges.
outside. It's like 200 meters away. So after this, I'll go out and like see everyone. But now I'm just streaming the event.
My question is regarding the manufacturing process. What kind of waste and byproduct would come from this process, and
Good question.
how do you deal with it?
Yeah, actually, thanks for your question. And it's a fermentation process. So the most important thing is that we could, separate the PHA with the microorganism. And in this part, that the wastewater will created from the process. So our top priority is to treat the water wastewater during the process. And we have already built a wastewater treatment sub-plant in the area. So we will use this to treat the water waste. Thank you.
That's the made waste. That's impressive. Yeah, guys, that's pretty cool. I was messing with this at the booth.
Thank you for the presentation. I have a quick question
Let's get this guy asked.
capital expenditure. I saw you have the plan to more than 10x your current capacity, 3-4 years. So could you comment on that? What's the capital needed, and
they're gonna need billions of dollars. Oh my God.
Yeah, actually, currently the land has already provided by the government, so we
Oh.
can utilize this land.
That's interesting.
Help from
That's
the
a huge
government.
advantage.
And also, we have already accumulated some funding from the in China, so that we can leverage the benefit of the capitals to build our further projects. Yeah.
So they have government collaboration. I guess that makes sense because it's super sustainable. Yeah, there was $300 million. Wow.
You mentioned some customizability in the formulations. Often when you're working with polymers, you need low molecular weight monomers for plasticizers.
Exactly what I was going to ask.
And those can leach out into the water. Do you need these additives, or in your customization process, can you achieve the different materials properties that you need?
Yeah, actually, PHA is a family material, and we use different. We screen out a particular microbial to produce this material, and actually, this material currently is the best material we found in this family. Yeah.
But you don't need to add any additional monomers to your material to achieve the right properties, mechanical properties.
Yes, actually we can adjust the second monomer in the molecular to achieve different kind of the hardness or other properties. Thank you.
All right, I have no idea what that means, guys. That's a bit beyond my biology knowledge, but
Hi, just a
sounds like it was a good
quick
answer.
question. In terms of the commercializing, since it was indicated that the company was established in 2016, so any track records that you may share with us so far?
The commercialized, right?
Yes, means the previous products by using the key technologies that you mentioned in the presentation.
Yeah, actually, just like you see on the video, we have already made the straws that and also cutleries that fit for the environmental protection.
Yeah, those were interesting.
And
I was
this
playing with
will be
them.
a big market.
They feel a bit
for us,
weird,
but we
but it's
want
kind of
to
a cool texture.
create more lifestyle to the consumer. So if you go to our booth, we create the fibers and also the 3D printing, so that it could be leveraged the material property to create more markets.
Thank
So
you,
this material, they made it
Bluepha.
3D printable, and they have a bunch of like
Judges,
figurines and stuff they
please,
3D
for
printed.
that proposal.
And they have like
Eco-friendly
cutlery
packaging
boxes.
solution
It was
for
pretty. I
OPPO
was pretty impressed how much
Smartphones.
stuff they actually
Media
were able
friends, you can
to
also
make
vote
out of it.
via the link for
So this
media
one I think
choice.
is like
Thank
probably
you.
one of the more established companies that's here. But I mean, there was $300 million, guys. That's insane. From 2016, they built their own plant. Yeah, if they get those government relationships
Please
like they said they
welcome our
have,
next
they can grow
team,
like
Binu
super
Tech
quickly,
from
right?
Thailand
Let's
with
see what this one is.
Ertigo,
It's from
online
Thailand. All right.
therapy program for preventing myofascial
And by the way, guys, the weather is
pain
hot. Oh
syndrome
my god, it's
and
like 30
chronic
degrees and
pain.
so humid here compared to Canada. All right, let me get my notes for this one. Online therapy program for preventing myofascial. I'm not sure you say that. Pain syndrome and chronic pain. These guys are pre-Series A. Okay, 2022.
Use your hand
Pretty
to
new.
grab the shoulder. Do you feel the stiffness? Do you have neck and shoulder pain?
Yes,
Or back pain?
definitely. Oh my god, you guys probably
So
have
you
that
might
too.
have a problem called office syndrome. Hi, my name is Ben from the Ertigo team, an accessible and efficient solution for curing office syndrome. Do you believe that in the next 20 years, people could look like this? With the rapid growth in technology, our body cannot keep
It's
up.
going to be me in like 5
Today,
years,
more than
guys. Probably most of you
1.7
too.
billion people around the world suffer from office syndrome, muscle issues. It lowers the productivity and
Look at
leads
me,
to
I'm
more
like
severe
this
health
already.
problems, sleep
Sit
problem,
up.
chronic pain, and burnout syndrome. Not only it causes the pain to our body, but it caused 3,160 economic loss. What
Really?
we do to fix the problem
I
right
wonder
now?
how they measured that.
We use pills, needle, and massage. But how much more time we need to do in order to be cured? It's non-continuous, can follow up, and have high
I'm
cost.
going to be like sitting up
So
straight
it's
the
not
whole time.
accessible for everyone. Ertigo is here to make curing effective and efficient by check and train, track, then motivate. How? If you want to prevent and relieve, you can first come to perform a flexibility test, AI posture checkup, then you will get a personalized program just for you with a ergonomically designed animation and pace matching tricks and voice description. You can follow even if your eyes are closed. If you go to the clinic to see physiotherapist, our partner clinic can scan the QR code you show to them and then send you a personalized plan to the phone. This way, it can help improve the treatment efficiency a lot. We also have an HR solution, starting from a training, then use Ertigo to create a personalized and trackable plan. We also have a reward program to keep the employee motivated. Then, if the employee really need to treat, we can connect them to our partner clinics.
Oh, so this is meant for
Ertigo
like
is not just an
businesses.
application, but an ecosystem where we have partners like
HR
insurance,
solution. Yeah, see that.
fitness, and hospital. They can use Ertigo with their customer safely. Now, we can also recommend and personalize our partner product to our users. We have users in 159 countries with around 500 users around the world, monthly active users.
Okay, 500. Yeah,
Users
that's
spend
pretty low for now, guys.
24,000
But they're like
minutes of
brand new.
stretching into our
2022.
app with around 8 to 10 minutes of engagement time. We
That's
have
pretty
do
good,
pre- and
though.
post tests with our users, and they got better after using Ertigo.
Really?
To prove the
91%.
B2B solution, we have joined Thailand HR Techs this year, and we won a Merit Award for pitching, then got around 150 prospects.
Wow.
We have 4 main competitive advantages. First, ultra personalization. We can personalize the stretch to any kind of activities and lifestyle because we have various kind of assets and it's highly customizable in the pace and length. Second is safe. Safety because our expert designed it one by one. Yeah, and we can use it safely. Then it's trackable. It can be used as tracking tool for the experts. Then it can redeem a real life reward starting in Thailand. When compared to
Real-life
our
reward,
competitor,
okay.
we are
I'm
more
sure what they meant by
complete in
that.
terms of treatments. The market size is calculated to be 820 million.
That's it? I'm surprised
we
that's
have
it.
a business model like this. We do a freemium model everyone can download. And then we
Something's
do
going on with the slides here.
option to
There you
upgrade
go.
to
Yeah.
premium. With a B2B customer, we're working with a partner like fitness clinic.
Looks
and
like they were
real
charging
estate. For
59.
B2B, we have
I
different
don't. Is that per
pricing model
month or
for
per year? I
SML
wish
and
they'd
last
bring that
200
slide
months.
back. I want to see what that
Finally,
says.
for insurance, we are working with them to create a sponsorship where we can use Ertigo with the customer and they can access to their self-care data. Our go-to-market strategy, we are trying to increase the user right now and then the partner and B2B customer will come.
Yeah, they need more users
But
to
our
really
ultimate
prove
goal
this.
is to be an SDK for telemedicine and healthcare system to
Oh.
create a unified muscle care experience for everyone.
So they want to like
The
integrate
social
with a bunch of other
impact, we
products here.
focus on the 10 goal of SDG. We want to make sure that everyone, including the visually impaired, have access to muscle self-care. Do you know that there is 1 billion visually impaired users around the world, but they cannot use fitness video and fitness media to take care of their muscles?
Oh, visually
so
impaired.
they can use
okay.
Ertigo because we have pace matching voice description. They can follow it even if they can't see. We
I'm
have
curious
tested
what
with our
that would
visually
look
impaired
like,
friends,
what they would actually
and
get
she
you
can
to
use
do.
it to relieve her muscle. OPPO Corporation. We want to use an OPPO pan-channel system to the OPPO system that create the connection in the Internet of Experience, along with a device like OPPO O Health and OPPO Bands. How? Imagine at this event, you sit a lot, you use your phone a lot. Then we can personalize the stretch for you. We can personalize neck and shoulder stretch and lower back stretch to the smart widget on your OPPO phone. And at the
I
end
want
of
one.
the day,
They
OPPO
should do that. They
device
should have
can
done like a
help,
demo here. That'd be cool.
Monitor the health result, and then we can use that to improve the algorithm of personalization. This way, Ertigo can help improve the preventive care in the OPPO ecosystem. Here is the implementation plan. We will first explore the panel system and see which data we can use to recommend the stretch. Then we will try to launch kind of beta testing next year if it's possible. The journey forward, if we got the 5K grant, we will accelerate the process
50K.
of SDK development for healthcare and telemedicine. We will do a CSR development to create a solution, self-caring for visually impaired. Then we will expand and raise an awareness of this condition to the world. We have a strong team in both business, technical, and healthcare specialists. We are ready to make your muscle healthy. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, team.
That kind of fits
You
with the
now
Thai
have
background,
2
though, when you
minutes
think of
and
like
59
Thai
seconds
massage,
for Q&A.
wellness,
Judges.
etc.
You mentioned you have 500 monthly active users. Can you share what is the most used feature on the app?
Yeah, sure.
Good question.
Definitely it's the stretching. So
Yeah,
most of the
that makes
users
sense.
tend to stretch in the neck and shoulder because it's the muscle that is easily strained.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Sort of
Like everyone
guided
watching this.
stretching exercise?
Yeah, we have an ergonomically designed animation. The pace is going to match. Let's say when you want to relieve your muscle, you need to stretch at least 10 or 15 seconds. If you stretch like 3 seconds, it's not going to relieve the muscle. Yeah, so that's how it works right now.
Just follow along with some video or some guided stretch. Okay. Interesting idea,
You
but
mentioned that you're
let's see
planning
what they
to
say.
exit by developing an SDK and integrating this into a larger infrastructure. Wondering what is your strategic advantage against your competitors? I guess it's not in the app itself for the
This guy has good
customers,
questions.
but in the content or the way that you're delivering that content.
Yeah, yeah. So we start by exploring like a Thai traditional stretching techniques. So we focus
that
on
makes sense.
not like the stretch that you need to take a yoga mat and take like an hour of stretch. We focus on the stretch that can be integrated in your life when you sit, when you go to the toilet, when you work, when you at your chair. So the thing that we try to do is try to make it personalized to you, like you get the music personalized playlist. We will have a personalized stretching list that you can incorporate into your daily life and make your body work with the least amount of efficiency.
I'm not really understanding how they personalize that too much. Do you like go in person or something?
You mentioned AI algorithms as being a source of improving the solution. Where do you get your training data from the initial outset?
I would say right now we use an open source to detect the post right now. Yeah, but the way we recommend, we still use the condition based on like we try on 1,000 of research to do which thing. Because right now I think to recommend the data, we need to base on the well and measured research to recommend which exercise match with each muscle. But the AI we use to detect the pose and skeleton, yeah.
Interesting. I don't think you really answered the question
Just
too well there.
mentioned, one of your business models is B2B2C. Will you be able to illustrate a little bit more for this B2B? It's just an app, or you will just combine together with some
That's the
offline
SDK he's talking
activities
about.
with your partners or clinics, etc.
Yeah, so B2B, we mainly focus on the HR solution when we go to do a training for the company
Oh,
employees.
okay.
And then after they do a training, each one of the employee have different condition. We will, okay, this employee have a neck and shoulder problem, this one have, this person have a legs problem, so each one gonna have a personalized and trackable plan so that our expert who do a training can follow up and really make an efficient training to the company. Like,
Would you guys want this? Let me know in the chat if you guys would actually use something like this or not.
Approach and B2B solution right now.
Like, it seems interesting.
Thank
Like if
you
your
so
company
much,
said, "Hey, I'll
Video
give this to you
Tech,
for
for your
free," like,
fantastic
would you guys actually use
presentation.
this like day to day?
Judges, please
I don't know.
score their
I might
proposal.
try it, but
Ertigo,
I don't know. It seems tough. Like an online app. Like I'd like to know their retention rate on people. Right? It's 91% of people said it improved, but how many kept using it after? That's probably the most important for something like this. Let me know what you guys think in the chat here. If you guys have questions, put them in here. I'll answer them as much as I can. For anyone just tuning in, I'm in Singapore right now. This is a live event.
Next.
It's going to be, I think, one more, and then we're going to have a small
15
break.
Mila for AI Inc. from Uzbekistan with the proposal
Uzbekistan, huh.
EZSpeech.
EZSpeech. All right, let's hear this one. These guys have raised 400K US. They're in pre-Series A, 2023, brand new startup, 11 to 15 employees.
Speech is one of the most important and fundamental skills for both individuals
talking to
and
her
society
earlier.
at large. We express our feelings using words. We defend our position using verbal communication. We connect with people by speaking to them. We remember the day when our kids said their first word. There are over 100 million people worldwide with various speech disorders, including kids with cerebral palsy, autism, Down syndrome, adults during post-stroke rehabilitation, and Parkinson's. And unfortunately, there is a lack of speech therapists everywhere in the world. Waiting list is in US is 3 months, Germany is 6.
Yeah,
UK
Canada's
is up to
crazy
2
trying to find one of
years.
these, even for free.
And fees are not
healthcare.
affordable for families from low-income communities.
Yeah. Wow, it's
Insurance,
that much.
if any at all, covers only limited number of sessions. And there is also no personalization to the treatment. Both parents and therapists lacked objective data to monitor the programs. And then let's face it, it's difficult for kids to do boring exercises. So
Fair.
EZSpeech will eliminate waiting lists. And we will transform the therapy into fun games for kids. We also equip therapists with a powerful tool to customize the treatment plan based on the robust data and reports. And all this at affordable price, available anywhere, anytime. EZSpeech, like human therapists, only
Take
digital.
a look at the sample video and do the same.
It guides the user throughout the entire process.
Move tongue lower.
Assesses accuracy
Oh,
of
it
performance
actually gives you,
and provides
like,
real-time
direct feedback.
tailored feedback and generates reports and recommendations. There are a lot of speech apps on the market, but all of them are limited to demonstration of exercises. And maybe
That's a good
one
point,
in US
actually.
covers
There's no
some
real-time
limited
feedback.
sound assessments, whereas most or many of the speech disorders require initially to develop oral motor apparatus and fine motoric.
Building the
EZSpeech
muscles,
is
etc.
the only one which covers both oral motor and sound practices. And we are the only one which assesses the accuracy of performance, do personalization, real-time feedback, and data and reporting. We have developed our application for children, with the speech therapists and their parents. We also trained our neural network on the kids and adults of varied age, ethnicity, and gender to minimize bias assessment. And furthermore, we have a controllable AI. Our algorithms are highly
fine-tune the
customizable to
parameters.
specific face parameters and individual abilities. Our business
Interesting.
model is B2B2C. We plan that the app will be distributed primarily through the speech centers and rehabs. Initially, we were concentrated only on B2C, but all pilots we had confirmed a strong interest from institutional users to use the app as an in-house simulator and a tool for remote patient and monitoring. Those
Oh,
are very
interesting. So
interested
you'd like
in the
prescribe
data
this from your
and
doctor or
reports,
something?
generated
Or
by
your
the app.
speech therapist, I guess.
The clinics will be able to increase the number of patients served, which will increase their revenues, but also it will decrease the operating expenses because we will save up to 25% of time currently spent on paperwork. But at the same time, introduction of hybrid method of treatment will decrease the cost to the patient by 40%.
Because they need less treatment, I guess. That's interesting. I wonder how much they charge for this.
We
They're going to
have
increase by 10 to
developed
20%.
19 mimic exercises covering tongue, lips, jaws, and brows, and a module with over 200 sound practices, assessing sounds at the beginning, middle, and end of the world. We have collected and labeled our unique data sets, and we have achieved precision, accuracy, and recall rate in the range of 70 to 90 in the lab. And in the pilots we have been conducted for a year and a half in various speech centers and rehabs. And we filed a patent application and initiated CE mark preparation. Once we complete GPR compliance, which is hopefully going to be this October, we're going to launch as a fitness and wellness application. But
Okay.
the plan is to get certified as a medical device. and
Medical
to sign the
device.
contracts with corporate users in 2024, and in 2025 to get FDA approval to get to US market. But the ultimate goal to become a matching platform between the therapist and the patients.
Okay, that
and
makes more
become
sense to me.
Best practice worldwide.
You go on there, they collect your data, and then they send you the appropriate speech
China,
therapist.
one of them. We believe, and we are piloting our solution in several markets, including US, UK, and Spain. We believe that we can achieve break-even within 7 months after we hit 400 active users.
What is their price per user there?
Because the waiting list is a million of people, we don't see any problem achieving that number. Our funding needs is $2 million, primarily to do certification process and clinical trials to get to the EU. And we can greatly benefit
There's
from
400K so
cooperation
far.
with OPPO.
Hey guys, if you're just tuning in.
Do productization, especially performance enhancements on their mobile form. As for strategy, well, self-driving cars and cashierless stores are already there. So imagine our product, our application on your devices, helping elderly people somewhere in the care facility, or imagine a self-training class in a school for kids with disability and your devices. Have you imagined? Well, we already have
They had that in like an
my
English
hometown
class or
in
something. That
Tashkent.
could be interesting.
And we
Oh,
can do something together with OPPO in China, Asia, and worldwide. We are the global team with global ambitions, supported by leading mentors from healthcare institutions.
oh look, they're all over the place
US
here.
and Europe, and we will be a great fit for OPPO.
Nice. That was interesting.
Thank you so much. And now you have 2 minutes for Q&A. Judges, please.
I'm curious how well that actually works, right? Like how effective is an app when you're trying to learn? The real-time feedback, I think, is the biggest advantage, I'd say.
Synergy with OPPO products?
Yes, we believe that our app can be installed on the devices of OPPO, whether it's tabs or mobile phones, and that can be implemented as a consumer product at home, but also in the hospital rehabilitation centers. So that we believe that there is something OPPO can definitely benefit as well.
I don't really see the deep integration with OPPO here unless they just like sponsor them and help them grow, right? Because it's just an app you could download on like any device.
Curiosity, I mean, just now you mentioned China is one of your biggest target market.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
Have you done any trial in China yet?
Not in China. Unfortunately, we have done Africa, Asia, and Europe, US, but none in China.
You said Asia, but like what country in Asia?
If, let's say, you are expanding in China, will you consider to get a more international team to create versions of your different languages?
Oh, that's a good point, actually, yeah, because they need it in
That's a
all the
very good
languages.
question. The thing is, with the oral motor, we have 2 modules. Oral motor exercises, which basically development of the tongue, lips, jaws, etc. Those are the same in every languages we've noticed, whether it's Africa or US or Germany.
Like there's no
but we need to
instruction?
retrain the neural network to recognize Mandarin or languages in particular countries.
That's
So far
not an
we
easy
have only
task.
English,
Okay.
version.
They have to retrain the whole model in another language. I don't know if
But
that's
after
ideal.
we had this OPPO competition in Bangkok, we got a call from Bangkok. They are interested as well.
In Thailand,
All right,
yeah.
thank you so much, Mila, for AI Inc. for your wonderful proposal.
Thanks, guys. That was interesting. It's kinda all
please
over the
score
place
this
for me,
proposal,
but-
EZSpeech. And of course, once again, meet your friends.
Like
You
that
can
is a
also
huge
vote
huge
via the link
issue.
we
I can
shared
remember
for
like at
media
elementary
choice.
school,
Thank
kids going to like, a little classroom to like work on their speech, right? Not being able to pronounce. So can you imagine being able to actually just do that from an app if that's actually effective? And then if you need more, then you go to a speech pathologist or whatever they said, rather than paying for that up front, when like a consultation could be like a few $100s. I know in Canada, like people spend thousands of dollars on that. So I don't know if they said how much their app costs though. I would like to see how much the price is, if it's one-time fee, if it's a subscription, what their pricing model is.
Paper batteries. This is
Oh, nice.
our
Run
solution
Flint battery
for
now.
safer, more sustainable, and cost-efficient future when it comes to battery tech. But before I get into that, I want to tell you why we need them.
It's because of
Now,
zero
84%
funding
of the
so
world
far.
is
It's bootstrapped
powered by
out of
fossil
Singapore.
fuels. And that's only a 2% decrease in the past 20 years. 2% that has been converted into green energy. Now, when we think about green energy, we often think about solar panels, windmills, and so on. But what we often don't realize is the infrastructure that's required to enable that switch to green energy. And a huge part of that infrastructure is batteries. But here's the catch. The batteries that we currently use and the metals that we use in them are not only toxic, but very scarce as well. So if you run the numbers,
this is a huge
you'd
issue with
realize
renewable
that
energy.
Recycling initiatives, while they're noble, are nothing but a short-term band-aid solution. So if you really want that 2% to become 20 or even 50% in the future, given how material intensive our current battery tech is, we are never getting there. So a dream of a greener future demands greener batteries. And that's precisely where Flint's paper batteries come in. Now,
All right, I want to hear
not
about this.
magic.
This sounds cool.
Our batteries are rechargeable, and they work pretty much the same way as traditional batteries do. But what we have done is to use different materials. We have come up with what we call hydrogel reinforced cellulose paper and utilize zinc and manganese as the two sides of the battery. And thanks to our proprietary tech and knowledge, we've unlocked 3 new features that you have never seen before in any other battery tech.
All right, this guy's got me excited now.
Our
Let's see.
batteries are fully compostable. Now, okay, let's give this a moment while this doesn't have paper batteries. That's probably why it's not working that well.
That's funny. It needs a Flint battery.
And this is not clicking. Can I have some help with this? Okay,
There
there
we
it
go.
goes.
Okay.
So these are our batteries that are fully compostable, which means at the end of its life cycle, you could throw it away into the soil, and within a month, it would completely degrade. And
Really?
that's not to say that we want everyone to start throwing our batteries around, but it does make it a whole lot easier and cheaper to recycle them. And that reduces the environmental impact significantly. Now, paper, that's something that you guys have in your hands right now. You know how light and flexible it is. And this gives our batteries its adaptive design. And just to prove our point, we have designed our batteries in the shape of the Singapore Lion emblem as well. Now, our batteries can be bent while it's functional without affecting its performance or causing any kind
Really?
of safety hazard. And when we talk
That's
about safety
interesting.
hazards, like
In terms of where you can actually put that, so it moves around with the battery.
We went one step further to show you how
Wow.
safe our batteries are by cutting them while it's in operation, and it didn't overheat.
Because imagine
it
doing
didn't
that with a real
explode,
battery,
and
like
it continued
the
to work
corrosive nature
as
of that.
per normal.
Like, it's not real
how would
battery,
this
other
look
type of
like in
battery.
your
This is
daily
real battery.
appliances? All we have to do, because of this adaptive design, is to build our batteries in the required shape and size and stack them up. And you would practically have a plug-and-play solution to replace any type of lithium batteries that are out there right now.
So you just
And
layer them.
Because of
Okay,
how production-friendly our batteries are, in order to make them, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We can use existing manufacturing processes and equipment to make this possible. And the best part is, given how abundant the raw materials that we use are, the cost of making our batteries is 10 times cheaper than traditional batteries.
Wow.
Now, that's a huge game changer, because think about it. If you're going to put our battery on a 2x2 matrix against other battery tech, you'd realize that not only is ours one of the most sustainable, but also one of the most cost-efficient options that are out there. And that makes us the most practical solution in the market.
I'm curious
Now,
how
all of this
many
sounds
you
too
actually
good to be
need though to
true,
get
I
the
know.
same
So
power
let's go
output
into the
of something like
numbers.
a
Let's
lithium
compare it
battery.
against
Yeah,
lithium
let's see if it
batteries.
says that.
And
Okay.
using 3 industry standard metrics, this is how our batteries perform today.
Volumetric
This is how we expect it to improve
energy
after
density.
another
Okay,
year
that's
of
what we're looking
R&D,
at.
And we start to commercialize it and build this in scale. Now, you have to note that we're not just comparing here, we're pioneering. But given the current performance of our batteries, we decided to come up with 3 specialized versions of paper batteries for a focused area of application so that we can either match or outperform lithium batteries in these areas. So when it comes to cost and safety, we're already much further ahead. And when we want to increase the capacity within a limited volume, we can use paper batteries in energy storage systems. We're working together with Collins & Power as one of Singapore's largest energy storage system providers to make this happen. Now, when we want to
interesting.
reduce the
Okay.
weight and the volume, you can start to see paper batteries in your everyday consumer products, your phones, your wearables, and remote sensors.
I'm
And we're
curious,
working
like,
together
would
with
that
a French
actually work?
pyrotechnics company to replace the batteries in their remote sensors for explosives. Now,
Okay, but those are
last, but
tiny
definitely my
batteries
favorite,
compared to like a smartphone
is when
battery.
we try to increase the capacity but decrease the weight at the same time. And you finally have the dream of having green batteries in your EVs. So one day, you could be driving an EV that's not only cheaper, but safer
And lighter.
a whole lot more sustainable. Now, the team that's building this has over 30 years of management experience and expertise in areas like material science, mechanical design, advanced physics, among others. And we are being supported by individuals from some of the top universities, governmental organizations, and even companies like Shell backing us up. And all this is because at Flint, we want to be powering the future.
Just good line.
Not just any future, but a greener future. And to make this possible, we want to work together with you. Now, over the next 3 years, our conservative revenue estimate lies at about 160 million, and that's expected to grow 20 times by 2030 as we explore into new markets out there. So we want to invite you to join us on this transformative journey as we're looking for partnership opportunities and collaborative
All the
design
emojis.
ventures. So if you're ready to build that greener future, we're Flint, and we're eager to connect with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was
Flint.
that was
You have
that's
2
one of the
minutes
better
and 19
presentations I
seconds
think
for
that they gave.
Q&A.
That was very
Judges,
clear.
please.
I understand exactly what he means, but I want to see the size of a battery relevant to or compared to a normal
Quickly ask
battery.
about the several key parameters of the batteries, including capacity, charging speed,
Exactly.
etc.
Yeah.
Sure. So let's say for a 1x1 cm size of battery, paper battery that we have, the voltage is about 1.5 to 2 volts. We're pushing that to 3 as we speak. And the capacity that it has is about 35 milliamperes. So scale it up to about the battery that you saw in the video earlier. I'm not sure if you recall, but the one that was powering the fan, that is about 350 milliamperes of capacity.
It's pretty
And
small,
that's just
guys.
one thin slice of paper battery. Yeah.
I want to see
Based
like a
on
side by
current,
side.
Parameters. Do you have a roadmap of what kind of applications to go first and finally go to the EV, right?
Okay, so the beachhead market that we are targeting right now is 18650 batteries. Beachhead market that we are targeting right now is 18650 batteries because based on the current performance of our batteries, we feel that that's the best way to go forward. And we are working together with Collins and Powers to bring paper batteries into energy storage systems, so backup generators for buildings. That's the first beachhead market.
That makes sense when you don't have a
targeting.
huge
But
size
as we speak, in
constraint.
2024, when we move forward to the pilot production stage, now that we're done with R&D, what is going to happen is that we are opening up to a lot of companies like OPPO and all these other companies that I mentioned earlier. We're opening up to them to see how we can bring paper batteries into these various products. And if we see value and a lot of demand in that particular sector, we would move forward there as well.
Interesting.
Thank you. Thank you.
It seems really interesting. Yeah, I do want to see the size of it because I don't know if it actually would fit in like a smartphone or.
That's a very
Right.
good question. So lithium batteries, over 2,000 life cycles, so that's about like 6 years of using that battery, right? Let's say in your phone or any other use case. Over 2,000 life cycles, the efficiency drops down to about 70%. Our
Okay.
batteries, over 1,000 life cycles, because it takes a long time to test these out, has dropped to only 80%. So in terms of efficiency and life cycle, we're slightly on the lower end, but as
Yeah.
we move towards commercialization, these numbers are going to improve significantly.
So it's worse from that, but not by a
Thank
lot.
you
it sounds
so
like.
much,
Okay.
Flint, for your wonderful proposal. Judges, please score
That was pretty good, guys. I like that one.
paper,
I think it was a good
battery.
presentation,
Media
but
friends,
again,
please vote
they're so
via the
new. They
media
don't really have
choice
enough
link.
information
Thank
to say like how impactful the battery could actually be. If you could put that in an EV, that'd be huge, right? Because I'm not sure if you guys have seen the impact of actually making like a
Next
battery
up,
that goes
please
into the
welcome
EVs. It
our
pretty much
seventh
completely
team,
diminishes
Backyard
the whole
Creators
point
from
of having
India
an EV
with
to
their
actually make
proposal,
that type of battery, right?
impose non-surgical hearing aid.
Non-surgical hearing aid. They do have a real sample, guys. They have one in the demo area, but I don't know if they have time to do that on stage. So I did see it, but it's kind of hard, right? We have a little slight, like, it's not very visual to actually tell how good it is. But that was a good presentation. All right, who are we on now?
Good afternoon, everyone. So today we are here to share the music of sound. We are Raman and Lakshman from a startup Backyard Creators. So we are working.
I just got to move the mic up to his mouth there.
Close to me. Mic close. We are working close to me.
There you
we
go.
are working on a children. Close to me. Close. So this is a problem we are going to solve. So you were not able to hear us for few seconds and you became worried. Imagine the millions of children who cannot able to hear all their life.
This is a good hook.
So meet Mr. Sundar. He was born without the ability to hear. Medically known as congenital hearing loss. We call them severe and profound hearing loss. So there is a lots of hearing devices available in the market, like BTC devices, ITC devices, or bone conduction devices. So those devices doesn't help him. The only solution for a Sundar and millions of children like him around the world is cochlear implants. So cochlear implants are fixed by the means of open skull surgery.
Oh my
but
God.
it has many problems.
Can
Mainly,
imagine.
it requires a high-risk open skull surgery, and it's very, very expensive. It can cost up to $15,000 per implant, and it's very risky.
Per implant,
During
okay.
a surgery, it even causes a brain infection, nerve damage, and even a facial
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound like a reasonable solution to me.
Post the hearing aid implantation, the patient have to lead a restrictive lives. Like they cannot take an MRI, they cannot use a smartphone, they cannot do adventure sports. And surgery is also ruled out after the age of 8. So it is not a small problem. Globally, 1.7 million children are born with a congenital hearing loss every year. So for them, we at Backyard Creators have invented the world's first non-surgical hearing device for congenital hearing loss patients. Our product is called Impulse. So no more parents need to drill their children's skull for hearing. We are completely
1100
avoiding
USD is still pretty
implantation surgery
expensive,
for
but
hearing loss.
significantly
There
less.
is no risk while using our product. They can still take a life-saving diagnosis service such as MRI. At last, our device is highly affordable. We have reduced the cost from over $15,000 to $1,100.
It's still a lot, but that's
So
15 times less.
Non-allergic silicone composite. It
That looks
can
kinda-
be
looks
easily
interesting.
removable without any surgical intervention. So the simplicity of our technology is our biggest strength. We are using a patented method of applying an electromagnetic stimulation, where we are providing an electromagnetic stimulation directly to the cochlea. A cochlea is the inner ear organ. So by providing that, we are stimulating the sensory neurons of the cochlea. By doing that, we are making them hear without having any internal implantation surgeries.
Wow. These guys raised 125K, by the way, US. They're 2021.
Providing our
It's pretty
device,
impressive
we are
to do that
also
125K.
providing them a continuous speech therapy to recognize the sounds that they are hearing for a first time. So we have MVP ready. We have successfully clinically piloted with 50+ patients, and we have a 2 international patents for our hearing aid technology. So our research work is also backed by a Dr. Milan Kritanay, a highly awarded ENT surgeon of India, who done a 3,000+ cochlear implant surgeries.
By the way, guys, all the demos and stuff, I'm going to show you some of them. I'm making a video that I'm going to post on the channel in a few days, and you'll see some of this stuff, like the demo area. I'll show you.
Over 30 million children required a hearing aid implant to treat their hearing loss, so they can readily opt our device, non-surgical one. So here is our business model. So these 4 primary stakeholders are going to be our potential resellers or a distributor partners.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. I have a travel vlog coming on in a few days, so I'm going to share this. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Can you imagine being like here for the first time? That'd be crazy. Yeah, look at his eyes.
So you may notice the children said book. From the birth, he doesn't hear a single sound, and also he doesn't speak. While using our device for a first time from their birth, we are enable them to hear through our device, and also on providing a continuous speech therapy to them, we are also enable them to speak. So
Wow.
here is our team. We are Raman and Lakshman working on the product development for last 3 years, holding multiple patents in the hearing aid technology.
It's very
Our
impressive.
core advisory team who have a 50 plus years of a combined experience in audiology, acoustics, and medical device development. So we are going to sell our product at the cost of $900 to a B2B2C model.
That's a better price.
Competitive landscape. What is the alternate solution which is available in the market? Which is an implant. It requires a high-risk open skull surgery. So what value we are going to deliver to a patient is non-surgical, which suit for all ages, with zero restriction at a very affordable cost. So here is our milestone and timeline for regulatory and certification pathways.
Q7? Oh,
So here's a
that's a
photo
Q7.
giving demonstration to head of WHO when she visited our testing lab. So we would like to leverage the strength of OPPO in manufacturing and distribution footprint in our target market. So we see there are 4 areas we can have a synergy between OPPO and Impulse devices, mainly a sound quality. Our device work well in a silent zone. So we wish to enhance the sound quality and hearing by a big computational power that OPPO smartphone have with the conjunction of our device. And
Oh, that'd be cool.
affordability, as OPPO positioning as the most affordable smartphone, it's a perfect partner for us to provide a low-cost and affordable solution to a developing countries in Asia, including India. And we are reducing the hardware, eliminating the need of additional hardwares like transmitters and telecoils by having our core key technology of BLE integration with the smartphone. And we are also providing a value addition features like wireless connectivity, noise reduction, battery level management, and calibration of a hearing devices through the OPPO smartphone.
I would like to see the battery
So
on
we
that.
strongly believe that together with OPPO smartphone and Impulse device, we can make a beautiful world for the children with a hearing disability. And we are also achieving a SDG goal 3 directly with this good health and well-being, and indirectly a goal 4, 8, 10 with the empowering the individuals with hearing disability. So we have a functional prototype which even you can feel the sound, how the children can able to hear without any
I didn't
surgical
check that in the demo
intervention.
area. I'm going to look at that after because I actually want to see what that's like. Oh, he has it here.
Thank you so much. Well, you now have
they gonna
1
use
minute
it?
25 seconds for Q&A. Judges, please.
Oh, I guess they're going to miss the demo there. That's too bad.
Hello.
Hi, sir.
You mentioned the clinical trials.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, as soon as you put the impulse sensor on, there will be some level of hearing. But have you been able to track the level of hearing and the development of those patients, and how long does it take to take them through the process?
These guys have good
Exactly,
questions.
sir. It's really a good question. So hearing and learnings are both a different thing. So what clinical study which we have done is completely medically framed one, which is called CAP method. So CAP is a method to assess whether they can able to hear the sound in a multiple levels. So it is done for the 2 months long duration with a multiple patient category. So all these children doesn't get benefited through the traditional devices. So they only suits for implant, but they can use our device and they can provide it with the speech therapy for 2 months. Post that they can able to hear the sound through our device, and also they can discriminate those sounds through our device also, post hearing, sir.
Okay, that makes sense. So they can actually tell the difference between the sounds. It's not like they just hear some random vibration, right?
Is TMS technology suitable for all kinds of people with hearing loss or just certain types?
Sir, actually, we are focusing only for severe and profound, sir. So for the other types like a mild and moderate, there is lots of hearing devices which is already available. As you've seen, behind-the-ear devices, buds-like devices, OTC devices, and bone conduction devices are already available in the market to help them, sir. But this congenital hearing loss, they only get treated with the cochlear implant, sir. That's the only ideal solution available across the world. So we would like to replace that with the non-surgical, sir. So that's why we are only focusing on replacing this congenital hearing loss. But still, it can help the other patient also by doing some internal customization in a hardware, sir.
I think hopefully he answered your question there. Who is in the
Thank you
chat here
so
talking about
much,
your brother?
Backyard creators. Judges, please.
I think the
score
science is a
pitch.
bit more complicated than I can answer for you here. But you guys, there's a link in the description. You can read the full proposals if you want more information on how it works. That one was cool. Again, it's hard to see the value when like I can hear, right? I don't know what it's like to to be deaf or to know someone like that, but very interesting if it actually would allow someone to hear like a full sentence. I get that you can hear noises, but I'm curious if you can make out words, if you'd actually have legit communication, right? If that's the case, and they can move towards that, then this is massive, especially in Asia where you can't afford like a $15,000 implant. That's massive. You sell something for like $600, $900 US. Yeah, Irving from the chat, have a look at the link in the description. There's some more information. I think you could also probably just look up their project. We'll see, but that's quite cool. Okay, what are we on now?
What was the most
Move the mic.
disruptive electronic technology
There you go.
that you guys witnessed in the last few years? Any guesses? So by end of this presentation, I'll convince you our technology wire fits the bill for such a definition.
Let's look at the funding on these guys. This one's kind of crazy. 10 million US, pre-Series A, 2020 startup.
High-speed data through human skin. Hi, I'm Parminder. I'm head of partnership for Ixana. And let's talk about the magic of wire.
It's like a new Wi-Fi protocol, guys. Or
So-
I guess implementation, I'm not sure.
If you, so if you think about a technology that can increase the battery life of devices, let's say a headphone, from 4 hours to 20 hours, what will be the impact on the e-waste that batteries generate? So our technology, because it's 100 times more efficient than Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, can essentially achieve their target.
Really? How much usage
Second,
does Wi-Fi have
our
in terms of
technology,
battery?
because it's more efficient, can allow smaller form factor for the devices, which actually reduces plastic waste. Also, the technology, because it's more efficient, we can have devices that can be virtually charging free. Or in some cases, they need smaller battery. And that helps the environment, and that is good for Mother Earth. Now, what is
this?
wire? So you can think of it as electronic analog of a nerve, how we actually send the data from our brain to our different senses. Now, if you think about a human body, we have one processor and we have several senses. But if you think about all the devices all around our physical system, like smartwatch, you have a phone, you have XR, VR devices, they all each have a processor there. Now, they have multiple brains. So why do we need that? Because the speed between the devices is currently slow, and also it's not very power efficient. However, with our technology, which is 100 times more efficient than Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, we can change that paradigm and bring about distributed computing architecture that will make the size of those devices much, much smaller.
Wow.
Now,
so what?
Essentially,
Communicate with touch.
IR is a new communication technology that allows us to send data along any surface, for example, human skin.
Really?
Now, imagine I have a headphone, and my friend who has a headphone also is listening to music through streaming through, let's say, a smartphone. If I touch that person or I come near that, now I can listen to the same music. That is a science fiction. But this is
There's no
not
way
a science
that's
fiction
possible.
Anymore. Through our wire technology.
Okay, I need to try that. I need
reality.
to. I hope they have that in the demo.
demonstrate this
Okay, I'm gonna check that out after, guys. I'll post an Instagram story or something. That's crazy if that actually works.
Now, if you think about how, let's say I have
You just like touch someone's hand and you can hear the song they're listening to? No way.
Headphone through Bluetooth.
I guess you have to have
Bluetooth
like
sends data
a
in
headset
all
on, but still.
directions. And so only very small amount of energy is actually being converted to send the data. However, our technology, through wire chip, we actually confine the data around a bubble around our body, which means we need very less amount of energy. So intuitively, you can think of why we are more efficient compared to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Now, this is not a chart. This is an actual data tested on our production chip. Our chip is already commercialized.
Really?
Now, that
That's
gives
impressive.
100 times more energy. Now, think about it. Think about any field. When was the last time you heard about 100 times improvement in efficiency gains?
Yeah,
that just
good point.
almost never happens.
Especially in technology.
So we launched our chip just 9 months ago at CES in 2023. We received Best in CES award.
Wow.
Right at that event.
That's a huge
we got a couple
event,
$1 million
guys.
contract from some customers. And till this date, we have closed $7.5 million worth of contracts in just last 9 months.
They actually have a ton of sales for
You
that,
can
for
think
their
of all
type
the
of company.
major
Wow.
Smartphone companies, device manufacturers in the US and all around the world are either evaluating our technology or in the process of integrating into next generation of devices. And we are fairly confident you'll see a device powered by our technology in 2024.
I'm curious if that means you have to change
So
a bunch of stuff
there's
from
a
the
company
development
that is actually
perspective.
building a smart glass.
Hopefully not. Let's see.
That will increase the battery life for that device from 2 hours to 12 hours. So that's a huge, huge battery life. So this company has investment from Samsung.
Really?
Moore, who's actually brought the Bluetooth to the market, is also part of the investment team. Tony Chi, who invented Google Glass, is also an investor. HoloLens team, which understand the problem with the weight and the heat associated with those XR and VR devices, we can actually address those problems.
Wow. This one's cool, guys. This is probably one of my favorite ones so far.
And this is a little video
Whoa.
that demonstrates.
What is this? Communicate with touch. Let's see this. Guys, if that actually works, like, that's crazy. Okay, we need to try that after. That's so, okay, that's really cool. That was a good marketing video they have there.
Yeah. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please talk to us. I have the demo there. If you want to partner with us, I would love to have a conversation with you guys.
Thank you, team. You
Can I
have
touch
2
you and you
minutes
subscribe to my
8
channel?
seconds for
Let's see
Q&A,
if that works.
judges.
Yeah, actually, I have met you during the MWC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and my question is that, how about the cost compared with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi?
This is a premium product, it's slightly more expensive.
Yeah, there you go.
We're, giving 100 times performance gain, so that's about to be expected.
Thank you.
He didn't say the cost though, but it's a lot more
You mentioned
expensive from his
your
answer.
inbound interest. Are these mostly from wearables, from a reducing battery life perspective, and what are the sort of most use cases you're getting inbound interest for at this point?
Yeah, I'll give you an example. There's a medical company, which is like, they have this device for continuous glucose monitoring. So they have to charge it for every 3 days or 7 days, something like that. Because our power consumption is so low, we don't need charging for it anymore. We can just stick in a small cell battery, they'll just power it for a year. So
Wow.
that just changes the game tremendously.
Yeah, no
And one
charging
more
for a
thing I'll
glucose
add
monitor?
that if you look at all the devices, XR, VR, and those devices,
$5,000,
they're
yeah,
heavy
maybe.
because we are doing the compute on those devices. But if you can offload that compute to a smartphone, which everybody carries, the weight of these devices will go down. The only reason it can be done if there's a high-speed connectivity between those devices and a smartphone. So basically, it's a distributed computing architecture that actually changes the game.
Now, does
For example,
both the
there's a
smartphone
company
and the
that's
device
wanting to
need
build
that,
a
though?
smart helmet. They had a camera in the helmet, and this was for industrial use case, and they were wanting to run AI on the vision, the computer data that they were gathering through the camera. But the weight of the helmet became twice. The worker said, we can't wear it because there's a giant battery you're carrying on the helmet. When they use our technology, we just only the weight increased by a few grams. So, and also, they don't have to have a very complex electronics because it has just a camera and our board, and rest of the processing is happening on a standard Android
Because it's
phone.
that
It could be an
fast.
OPPO phone, for example. So it just changes the game tremendously. So that's why we feel it is one of the most disruptive technology, and we believe that it's going to end up in your smartphones over the next
Even if it is expensive, that's still like if one smartphone has that and something else doesn't, like, they're just out
Thank you for your
competing, right? So
fantastic presentation.
I am
Judges,
curious to see
please score this pitch.
how much more
Ixana's
expensive it actually is,
100x
though.
lower energy, YR connectivity
100x lower,
for
but how
green
much more
wearables.
expensive?
And
Yeah.
Media Friends, please vote via the Media Choice link. Thank you.
Wow, guys, that's a cool one. I really want to try that. I want to see the music things. I mean, that's kind of more of a novelty, right? Like, do you really need to do that? No, but that's really, really interesting. I'll try to post something. And at least I'm gonna have a travel vlog coming out soon. I'll put in that something about this presentation or some of the other ones, some other demos, because there's quite a few really cool ones there. I think we're going to break shortly. Let's see, what are we on right now? 8. I have a whole schedule here.
Thank you so much, teams, and that was an invigorating morning of
Yeah, I think we
pitches.
have a break now.
Thanks to all our first 8 teams. So now it is time for a well-earned break for
There we go.
everyone.
I think
So we
10
have
minutes, 50
prepared
minutes?
tea break for all of you outside. Please do enjoy them and return
14
at
minutes.
3:45 p.m. 3:45 p.m. sharp. Thank you so much, and I'll see all of you later. Thank you.
Okay, guys, so let's go to the chat now. Let's talk about some of the presentations. Also, I want to hear your comments. If you guys have anything to say, put it in the chat. I'm going to be just focusing on just reading chat and responding to that. Let me turn down the music a little. Actually, it's not too loud. I think that's fine. If it's too loud, guys, let me know. But yeah, this is in Singapore, guys. I'm here right now. Like, this is right outside. I have a bunch of footage of it. I can't show you where I am because the camera's set up, but it's just literally right outside. Okay, chat, what are you guys saying? I had a glucose monitor change my life as type 1. It'd be nice to have it just part of a smartphone. Yeah, I don't know if it'd be just part of a smartphone, but I think the idea is that it'd be a lot lighter and you don't need to charge it anymore. You imagine, like, you don't need to charge the monitor, like, it just works forever or for a year or 2 years, and you just swap out the battery. I think that's the big thing. Even the example he was talking about with the helmet there, where, like, you don't need to have a 10-pound battery in your helmet. You make it a few grams. Hi, everyone, just got home from work. Hi, Tim. Hey, guys, thanks for tuning into the stream. Have any questions, let me know. Obviously, this will be available on YouTube after for you guys to watch. What do you think about the invention in Android phone industry in the last 5 years? Inventions. It's crazy. I mean, Android is, yeah. I mean, like, dude, just technology in general in 5 years, it's been crazy, the kind of stuff that we've seen. Think about it. The internet wasn't even really around, what, 20, 25 years ago? And look what we have now. Hey, Tim, I want some project ideas for my college. I want us to make something unique, innovative product development related to software, AI, and ML. Well, keep watching this then, because you've already seen all the innovative stuff they have. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do something to this level. I mean, these are startups with expert-level teams, PhD, doctorates, you know, sometimes, in one case, $300 million in funding. Yeah, I don't know what you would want to do for AI and ML. There's a lot of cool computer vision stuff. I really like doing the visual type of applications. Even, hence, you've seen some of these presentations, like the visually captivating ones are always interesting. Do I work for OPPO? No, I've just partnered with them. They actually brought me here to Singapore. I've been working with the team to live stream this event. I'm going to be here tomorrow as well. They're releasing a new smartphone. I don't know how much I can share about that, but I'm going to have a video out soon that's going to share my whole kind of travel journey to Singapore. It's my first time in Asia here. And yeah, you guys are going to see the real Tim traveling around, not just sitting at an office. This has been such a cool opportunity, though. And then obviously this event is sweet. Get to meet all these people here. And I'm like the little celebrity in the live stream room, which is funny. What else do you guys say here? Well, many monitors I use after a week. I'm not sure the difference. I guess I missed most of that presentation. Yeah, so these monitors, in terms of the battery life, it's saying, I don't know, I think it's like the plug-in thing. Just the actual monitoring, I don't know, chip. You don't need to charge it anymore is what they're saying. I'm just hearing of OPPO. OPPO is a massive smartphone brand in Asia, guys. It's not really big in US and Canada. I think they have some subsidiary companies that they own, but it's not so big over there. But in Asia, this is massive. I mean, like, look, they gave me like a little OPPO like tablet type thing here that I've been using to read some of the live chat. And it's a pretty affordable brand from what I've been able to tell. And they have this cool like kind of fold phone. And again, I don't know how much I can talk with that, so be careful, but yeah. The gaming industry is booming all over the world. I have Gears for Racing use Python, so it's cheaper. Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying there. What else have you guys asked? You guys, let me know what you think of this so far. Kind of a, a new thing for the channel, but this has been really fun just to sit back and just comment on these. How to vision a plan for college project research so I won't waste time. I think you have to validate an idea, right? I think a lot of these companies, what they've done well is that they actually have a bunch of users, people that are actually interested in their product, and they very quickly validate it. What do they want? What do they not want? Rather than building something or working on something that no one wants, you got to figure out very quickly, does someone actually want this? This has been really interesting. Yeah, I think so as well. Again, a new thing on the channel, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. We've got another seven presentations? 7 or 8 presentations after the break. Some more really interesting ones that are coming up. So far, I'll say like the coolest one for me is still that haptic one, guys. The demo is just, honestly, it was really impressive because I thought it was going to be a new type of sensor, like a proprietary controller, but it's not. Like, it's the same tech that you guys have right now in your pocket, but it feels immersive. Like, it's almost like they just threw in like a subwoofer and a surround sound system, and I feel like I can experience the audio. They gave me a VR headset, and they gave me like a controller, and on a screen it was like this, what do you call it? Like a bunch of cars, for example. And you can feel the gear change. You can feel all the revs. It's really cool. Someone's from Croatia here. Nice, man. How can I solo project to all over the world? I don't know what you mean there. When will we have a generative AI for 3D modeling? So there's actually a 3D project coming up. A really cool camera kind of 3D project. Let me see. I have a little notes thing here. I'll read through some of them. 3D interactive platform, haptic solutions, we already saw that one, bio-based solutions for flexible electronics, contactless health monitoring, eco-friendly packaging for OPPO smartphones, the online therapy, EZSpeech. Flint paper battery was another big one too. They're super early, but I thought that was interesting. Impulse, non-surgical hearing aid. Actually, we've seen a lot of these. How many more do we have? I think we've already seen maybe 10 of them. Project 8, yeah, we've already seen 8. Oh no, we've seen 8. Okay. MindLax, health technology, Orbit, precision, psychiatry, at scale. SkiteLight to find the next generation displays. Woola. We got a bunch of cool ones coming up, guys. Let's see what you're saying here. What is your suggestion for a somewhat beginner student who also wants to do what they're doing? Like, what language do I start learning in concepts? Like, from a development perspective, it depends what you want to build. I always say figure out what it is you actually want to make first, and then pick the technology based on that. But as a beginner, you might want to start out with something simple, right? Python and JavaScript is usually what I recommend. I find nowadays there's more applications of JavaScript. Python is still fantastic, don't get me wrong, but you might not be able to build as many visually captivating applications or full applications as you can with JavaScript. So I usually recommend JavaScript. What do you think about information integrity? How can we prevent fake news images by AI? That's interesting. They don't have anything like that in this presentation, but it's tough, right? Like, how do you monitor AI-generated content? I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't really have a strong opinion on that. I don't want to speak out of my expertise here. Have you ever done any data engineering, data science projects? A few. I mean, I messed around with some like COVID tracking projects and whatnot during, during all of that. Guys, I like just like building stuff. I like building games, things you can interact with. Data modeling is interesting to interact with, but not necessarily to build. It's a whole different skill set too, right? With all the data science related stuff. Just learn to research and read yourself. Yeah, of course. Like, you have to always critically think, right? Don't believe what you see, which is unfortunate, but that's how it is. Do you know anything to help LLM be more reliable and truthful? I actually posted a video, or I'm going to post one soon, about something called RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. Really interesting tech that can essentially define the source of where information is coming from. So if you get an answer, it can actually tell you, this is why I came up with the answer, this is where I got it from, and then you can go back and validate that. It's called RAG. Stay tuned. I'm going to post a video on that in the next few weeks. So LLMs, that's a huge application. Essentially, it allows you to inject real-time data or to provide the data source that an LLM will reason on. Website for RAG, just look it up. It's being heavily invested in by like Amazon and like other big companies. Yeah, Retrieval Augmented Generation. It's kind of a protocol more so than like a library, but you can do it with something like LangChain, for example, if you guys know what that is. Python library, JavaScript as well. Let's see, well, how much longer we have on the break here? We got a few minutes left. Yeah, it looks like we got 7 more coming up here. 5:40. We should be back here in the next few minutes. Do you think Rust can replace C++? I don't know about replace, maybe. I think it will replace in some applications, but not all, right? So much stuff is built in C++, like, are you gonna rewrite all of it in Rust? Probably not, so you're still gonna need C++, but for new applications, embedded systems, low-level hardware, I think Rust is huge. I do want to eventually continue that series, guys, but I don't know, it's just tough to find time to film all those now that I'm doing a bunch of other stuff than YouTube. What has your guys' favorite presentation been? Let me know in the chat which one is most interesting to you. I think everyone has a different perspective, right? Which do you think even is the most impactful? Guys, hang around. We're going to be on the other presentation soon. Just let me know in the chat what you guys are thinking, what you're up to. Okay, looks like we're headed back here. Oh, no. Everyone's drinking their tea. No tea for Tim. Let me know in the chat, guys. What do you think? Which one's been the coolest? Which one would you want to see a demo of? There's so many, I can't fit them all in the video I'm going to post, but I'll show you some of the cooler ones.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final challenge of 2023 OPPO Inspiration Challenge will resume in 5 minutes' time.
Oh, 5 minutes.
Please prepare to take your seats and remember to put your phone on silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation.
I guess while we're here, have any of you guys been to Singapore either? Let me know. Kind of a crazy country. For Canadian like me, the heat has been pretty wild, but it's quite cool. The touching was crazy, right? Yeah, like touching and then it transmits the signal. So I guess it's like if I have a set of headphones or like they have a speaker and it just goes in between the device. I don't know how that works though, because how does the device just pick that up and connect to that? They might have like a pretty specialized demo, but if that just worked like out of the box, it'd be unbelievable. Deshaun talking about course careers. Yeah, you guys know I have a new software dev course. I won't talk about that too much in this live stream, but you guys can check that out. techwithtim.net/dev. You guys can see that course. Deshaun, are you from Course Careers? Anyways. The touching one, which one was that? That was the Wire R one, right? Yeah, Wire R, 10 million USD, 11 to 50 employees, 2020 out of the United States. We've got a bunch of PhDs on their team, and they're selling mostly to manufacturers, B2B. AR headset, 100 times lower energy. They need to increase their production capacity. Yeah, Wire R. Yeah, that's the big one. I was actually going through a module and someone told me to check out YouTube and I saw that you were live. So I tapped here. Oh, nice, Deshaun. Yeah, sweet. Nice to see you here. Bring all your friends. Get everyone in the chat. Let me know what time it is for you guys, too. I know for me right now it's 3:44 p.m. in Singapore time. Obviously, probably pretty early in the morning for most of you, especially if you're from the West. Do you think wireless power transfer W3 can reach the market within 10 years? I don't know much about wireless power transfer. I guess is that what you're referring to? 2:44 p.m. Dallas? Wait, 2:44 p.m.? Do you mean a.m.? Yeah, a.m., right? Okay, yeah, you guys are up early. Well, thanks for tuning into the stream, being with me here. 9:45 a.m. Poland. Okay, so first thing you do, wake up, watch Tech with Tim. 2:45 p.m. Vietnam. I'm going to Vietnam in a few days. Ho Chi Minh City. Let me know any recommendations you got. Why is there no universal programming language to build everything? If there is, you can build it in assembly. Very low level, but no one wants to do that. And the straw. The straw one, guys, let me find the exact name of that, but that was the $300 million one that, what is that called? I think that's a bio-based solution for flexible electronics. Let me find the actual name of that. Oh, it's not in this one. Let me see here. That one was... Yeah, Smart Resilin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That's what they're calling it. No. Wait, no. What? I think I'm messing it up, guys. Anyways, you got the idea. You can look at the proposals in the description. I have them in the order. Spring rolls? I'm going to try those. Thank you very much. In fact, let me take a photo of that so I remember to try those. Sweet, thank you. Do you think back-end and front-end engineering is dying out? I feel like low-code is already replacing it. I wouldn't say so. Low-code is like augmenting it, helping it. But I can tell you, like, sometimes it's faster just to build it without low-code. Low-code is a tool, but you still need to know front-end and back-end to utilize it. Like, the best people to use low-code know front-end and back-end, right? Just like the best people to use ChatGPT know development already. 846 I am Nigeria. Welcome from Nigeria. We actually have someone, one of the OPPO community members from Nigeria. His first time leaving Nigeria, and he's here. Really cool. Croatia, 9:45. 1:15 p.m. India. Okay, so it's reasonable time for you guys. Makes sense. A lot of you are not from the US. Anyone else? I see a bunch of you guys in here. Make sure you like the stream, by the way, if you haven't done that already. Please give it a like. We got 77 people here. Pretty early in the morning. Thank you guys for sticking around. We've got the rest of the presentations. I'm still curious, which ones do you guys think are the most interesting? Flint paper battery, I think, has some good potential too. Let's see, what else did we look here? EZSpeech. Like, a lot of the app ones are really cool, but it's hard to see the value when you don't struggle from the problem, right? The hearing one was really interesting too. That was what? Impulse? Yeah, non-surgical hearing aids. 3:47 p.m. Malaysia. Nice, you're close to me, man. Malaysia, that's the same time zone. Singapore, right on the edge of Malaysia there. Yeah, crazy to be in Asia, guys. The flight was like 30 hours to get here. Oh my God. Definitely worth it, though. Gonna hang around for a bit longer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final challenge of 2023 OPPO Inspiration Challenge will resume in 1 minute. Please
1 minute, all
take
right.
your seats right now and remember
Get ready, friends.
to put your phone on silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation.
Any last minute questions? Anything you guys want to say? Punch it in now. I think we might have another small break. I'm not sure. Cameroon. You guys are all over the place. Cameroon. That's in Africa. Wow. Kazakhstan, 12:48 p.m. That's near Uzbekistan. There was someone from Uzbekistan here. Are you going to move to Asia for a while? Are you just visiting? I'm going to be in Asia for about 3-4 weeks in total. Unfortunately, I do have a lot of work to do, so I can't stay here too long. But I would love to live in Asia. It just seems like it's warmer, it's nicer, people are friendly. From where I've been, everyone speaks English here in Singapore at least. It's cheaper, maybe not in Singapore, but in other places. 3:49 Philippines. Where are you in Philippines, my friend? Kenya, 10:50 a.m. Please come to India. I just met someone from India who's here as well. Where are you in India? India is such a huge country. I think I'd be intimidated to go to India. Love from Cameroon. Thank you very much, Tape Bill. Germany, 9:49. South Africa. Man, we got people in like every country here. Hardly seen anyone in the same country. This is crazy. Looks like we're about to dive back in here, guys. Again, last minute questions, anything you want to say, punch in the chat. Obviously, I'll look at it as we go through, but I want to focus on these last presentations.
Welcome back, ladies
Okay,
and
let's
gentlemen.
give them a chance here.
I hope all of you are feeling a little bit more refreshed right now and ready for the second half of our challenge. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome our 9th team today, MindLax Health Technology from China.
From China, all right. Let's see. Let's go look at their funding here. I do have a Discord, guys. Discord.gg/TWT. Check that out, but I want to pay attention to these proposals here. Okay, MindLax Health.
Good
Let's look at this
afternoon,
one.
ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kate from MindLax. We are a company using tactile neural technologies to improve emotions and sleep. As we all know, with the increasing pressure of life, the emotion disorders has been a huge social issue.
Especially during COVID.
1 in 8 people worldwide live with a mental disorder. 10% of them experience insomnia. Or just think about ourselves. Have you ever felt you are so tired, but you don't know how to rest and relax? Then introducing our product, MindLax Sleeping Mat. It is efficient mind relaxation and sleep aid tool. Compared with other solutions, it is drug-free, seamless user experience, and it is very portable. Here's our demo.
Introducing MindLax Sleeping Mat, a revolutionary solution designed by a team of sleep experts and engineers. Made from a silky smooth material to wrap you in comfort, and a powerful app with guided lessons and soothing music to help you build healthy sleep habits. MindLax Sleeping Mat is the most effective way to sleep better and
what does it
wake
do?
up refreshed every day. The secret to restful sleep lies in MindLax's own NeuroTim technology that gives every note of music a pleasant vibration, allowing your body to become a part of the musical resonance. This vibroacoustic effect is sensed through your spine and engages your brain. That's why the sound you feel is so immersive. The effect regulates your autonomic nervous system, allowing you to immediately enter a state of deep relaxation and comfort.
I want one.
Our product has been validated for the product market fit already. Early this year, we launched our Kickstarter campaign and received more than 1,000 backers. With the commitment of 21 days risk-free refund, our return rate is just as low as 1.3%.
That's pretty good for return rate from Kickstarter.
90% of our users report it is so effective for them, and the similar results showed us in our clinical trials. But just put aside these numbers, we also received many valuable comments and feedbacks from our users. I remember one of our users called Nigel. He experienced more than 30 years of insomnia. Usually, he took 1 to 3 hours to fall asleep, but with us, the second day using our product, it takes him just 10 minutes.
It's impressive.
He's very grateful to meet us, and we are very happy to help them like Nigel. So this year, we will continuously promoting MindLax as a global brand through our direct-to-customer sales channels like Amazon online. Our product is already available on the Amazon, and you can search Google for that. And we expect we can receive $1.5 million revenues at the end of this year.
That's projected revenue. Okay, I want to that right now.
And another memorable feedback from our user is from Tracy. And she said, your product is just like electronic voodoo for me, suggesting that our product is so magical. It is true to some extent because with no speakers or vibrators inside, we use our self-developed tactile conduction material to generate sound and vibrations.
I wonder if you actually feel that.
Material, we have our encoding algorithm to generate the frequencies and then transmit the signals to the brain to have the nerve regulation. And on this technology, we obtained 7 global patents and 52 software copyrights. And we are proud to say, in this field of technology, we found no competitors in the world for now.
Really?
We are here today because we do want to collaborate with OPPO to promote MindLax tech with greater good. There are 2 possible synergies. The first one is with OPPO Health. We could collaborate with them with monitoring wearables and to provide the personal health intervention with our MindLax sleeping mat, thus to have a closed loop for the OPPO sleep users. Another cooperation could be in the all smart devices in OPPO because the core technology of us is the immersive tactile auditory biofeedback modules, and it can be applied in many scenarios. Like currently, we have the application in smart cars. Currently, we have the proof of concept contract with Audi and Li Auto already in China. Hence,
it's on Kickstarter, guys, I think. I don't know if it's available yet.
The magic of this experience could be
you
can not only experience the sense of touch, but you can feel the emotions. Imagine when you are watching a horror movie and you can feel more afraid and excited.
I don't know if I want that for a horror movie.
Modules inside. feel a little bit interested, and just try this. So this product and technology is solely created by our interdisciplinary team and industry experts, namely from neuroscience, sleep medicine, materials, biosensors, psychology, and public health. And we are all determined to make better products for all our users. So the last but not the least, our MindLax value. We firmly believe self-care. It's not just healthcare, not just healing, but preventive medicine. So we will continuously use
sleep is
our
so important, guys.
user-centric, humanized experience to promote
Oh, it's on
healthy
Amazon.
lifestyle for all of our users. So last, and we wish every of you could sleep smarter and rest empowered. Thank you so much.
Thank you, team.
That was good.
You
That's
now have 2
I want to
minutes
go
and
try
34
that one out.
seconds for Q&A.
I guess you just
Judges,
lie.
please.
I wonder how much you actually feel. Like, is it vibrating you, or is it just like doing something in the muscles that helps you relax? Someone falling asleep in 10 minutes after like 2 hours, pretty impressive.
Your product help a person that
Yeah, there
easily
you go.
get to sleep in 1 hour. So what's the next step? How to improve your product? Maybe lesser time for sleep or any other way?
Yeah, thank you for your question. So our product usually help our users to get to sleep in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
and,
10 minutes, not 1
We
hour.
actually did a lot of seed users and testing before, and 90% of them reported the same similar effects. And also we have done our clinical trials in Zhejiang University in China. And the clinical trials shows that we decrease the time to fall asleep by 15% of all the trial members, and increase the time to maintain deep sleep by 20% of all the pilot users. So
That's pretty.
what we
15,
did
20%.
in
Would you guys
the
pay that
clinical
much for
trials,
that?
and,
Let me know what you think.
we also plan to obtain the FDA approval.
Would you guys pay
next
that much
year
money
to,
for 15, 20%,
our,
like
medical background.
time
But
to fall
to be
asleep?
honest,
Do-
for our product to sell
decrease
in
in time to fall
Amazon, we
asleep?
don't really need this medical certificate.
Yeah, fair.
Thank you.
Never? You wouldn't pay that? I feel like
there's a
if you
lot
have that
of
forever,
papers
sleep is pretty
already
important,
on
right?
vagus nerve stimulation for sleep disorders.
That's
but
why I
what you're
went to a head
bringing to the
massage.
table is also a haptic solution. Your haptic solution, I guess, targets this displacement in frequency for the stimulation. Would you say that that's a core part of your strategic advantage, or are there other strategic advantages within your product?
Guys, I think
so
Tim
the
is running the judge
core,
panel here.
Like you said, like the core technology is a haptic. We also said it's a tactile nerve system, because that's the fundamental and the most sensory that transmit most of the information to our brain. So we use the tactile. But in the meantime, we also have the sound, like the auditory sensory, to cooperate with the tactile sensory to transmit the signal to the brain and to have the nerve regulation. And in the
Wow.
future, we will also have other sensories, because we will have the different models, and like we will have like the sense and other sensories to increase our effectiveness. Thank you.
Thank you so
I'd be curious to see
much,
what
team,
they
for
can
your
get to,
wonderful
because
proposal.
15 to 20 or even
Judges, please score
25%.
that pitch.
That's
MindLax
important, I guess, but that goes like an hour to
Media
45
friends, you can
minutes.
vote via
Is
the
that a
link we
notable
shared with you
difference? If
earlier
it was an hour to
for
10
media
minutes,
choice.
which it did
Thank
for some
you.
people, that's a bigger difference. Sorry, but if the average person is getting a small benefit, I don't know how impactful that actually is. But I mean, if you think of it, right, you're sleeping every single night to get an extra 30 minutes of sleep every night, or even 50 minutes of sleep every night. That's probably a pretty decent return on investment in terms of your health. I guess it does depend on your lifestyle. Also, like if you're
Coming
traveling,
right
are you gonna
up,
bring
please
this with
welcome
you,
our
or
next
are you gonna leave
team,
this just in your bed, right?
Technologies Inc. from US with their proposal.
They should make like a
Orbit.
mattress. That'd be sick if they had that had the tech right in the mattress. Music, so it has sound as well. But what if people use it and never fall asleep without it? That's actually a really good point. If you become reliant on that,
So,
and then you need that, you don't
OPPO
have
is
it.
the pioneer of a
Okay, let's move to the next one, guys.
magnet-based 3D tracking technology.
This is so cool. This demo
We
was
don't often
sick.
realize it, but from the moment we wake up, we're instinctively measuring, tracking, and adjusting to the 3D environments around us. Even the simple
Check
act
this
of
out, guys.
grabbing a
It's so
handle
cool.
is, in truth, a highly sophisticated 3D interactions. Now, as we try to make machines and robots work in a similar way, the need and the requirements for 3D tracking has evolved as well. The problem is the legacy solutions cannot keep up. They're limited in customization, are complicated to use, and are very expensive. To dive a little deeper, there has been duopoly in 3D tracking. First came optical, using cameras and lasers. It's very intuitive, but what it cannot see, it cannot track, so you must have line of sight. To overcome this, EM system was introduced in the 1960s. No line of sight is needed because magnetic field can pass through materials, but metals can cause distortion and loss in precision. So for decades, this has cost us time, money, and even lives in some cases. So we decided to create a completely new approach, a streamlined system made of just two main components, the base station and sensors, that is ultra precise, yet is hassle-free to use. Our magic is a permanent magnet, which allows us to overcome the old limitations with the unique advantages of our own that you won't find anywhere else. All combined, we're cheaper, simpler, yet have better performance than anything in the market.
Wow.
And you don't have to just take my word for it. Our core patent was granted in just 6 months when a typical US patent takes over 2 years, which shows the strength and innovation of our approach. And with the years of know-how, our technical moat has only grown. Our primary market is surgical navigation, valued at $8 billion and growing over 14% annually, where we partner with the medical device companies across surgical segments. Let's see one of the examples. You can see the base station next to the patient's head, creating a tracking zone. And we've attached the sensor, one of them to the drill and one to the patient. And with just 2 sensors, you have a fully digitized dental implant procedure that's fast, reliable, and accessible. That it's like a simple game that anybody can do. And why stop there? Replace the hand with the robot, and you can take full advantage of up to 0.1 millimeter precision that we can provide, and even automate the process. Our business model is B2B razor and blade. Base station is the main hardware, while millions of sensors are sold as peripherals and disposables. From simple catheters to surgical robots, from neuro to dental to orthopedics, the applications are incredibly diverse. But medical is difficult, so we form a strategic partnership. First in surgical navigation, second in dental implants. We launched the pilot program in 2021 and so far accumulated over 1,300 orders worth more than $10 million.
Oh,
and we also had the revelation.
That's a lot.
A lot of our customers coming up from low-income emerging markets with a rapidly aging populations. We're talking billions with no access to timely surgical care, millions of preventable deaths, and 3 times the higher mortality rate post-surgery compared to high-income nations. They desperately need safe, affordable, and timely surgical care. And that's where we come in. Our best-in-class 3D tracking enables more targeted, therefore safer operations, and we do it while saving up to 90% in cost and hours of critical medical time, which can save countless lives.
Guys, what this does is track really tiny sensors. That's what the base station is, the product, not the sensors.
Reach their full potential. And thankfully, in our current partner network, we can count about 10,000 hospitals with up to $150 million of annual recurring revenue potential.
Wow, they give them a huge valuation.
Because we are not providing the end user medical products ourselves, we can enter the market even faster.
They've raised 8.25 million USD.
What's exciting is the growing and interconnected.
I'll show you a video at some point if possible. I did the demo. It's crazy how accurate it is.
Help guide the robots and automations, make training and simulation and immersive, and make everything digital for everyone. 3D tracking has a role to play in nearly all industries, and OPPO is at the center of it.
This is just like enhanced 3D tracking,
Perhaps
just better,
interesting
is what they're saying.
Would be our vision to make digital interactions more human and effortless. The precise, dynamic, and unambiguous data that we generate are the building blocks of a data-driven digital interaction platform for enterprise workflows and even consumer entertainment.
Oh, that would be
with a single
cool.
device.
Yeah, I want that in my my VR
7 years
headset.
ago when 2 immigrants met in San Francisco. And since then, we have created a full-stack team that is uniquely capable of perfecting this technology. with the years or decades of experience in their respective fields, from material science.
Can you guys imagine
manufacturing,
inventing this
to
and
medical
building this?
regulations.
Like the geniuses that do that? That's wild.
Thanks to all of the progresses that we made, we recently raised a pre-A round led by the two strategic partners who are obviously
8 million,
experts
there you
in
go.
3D tracking. Our goal is to fulfill existing demand, achieve mass production readiness, and expand to other verticals. I mentioned at the beginning the simple act of grabbing a handle. With you and OPPO's help, we can open the door of digital transformation at a global scale for everyone, everywhere, and truly be an inspiration for people. Thank you.
Good presentation.
So much.
That was
You
pretty
now
clear.
have
Well,
3
you guys said you
minutes
don't quite
and
understand
21
it, but
seconds for Q&A.
I think it's because I've seen the demo. I understand it better. I wish they would just do the demo on stage. It'd be a lot more impactful than the whole slide deck, but I guess they need to do the whole keynote thing. Let's see what they asked them here. Where's Tim with the question?
Potential angle with OPPO products.
So I showed 3 different slides. I think it ended with a single device, mobile device that you can use to interact in digital environment, if you will. I think that's the end goal, if you will. But as you've seen from the chart that expanded outwards, there are multiple intermediate steps that we can take to get there. Robotics, automation, manufacturing, training, simulation, all these are areas where having a really precise tracking in 3D can really benefit in ways that you might not even know right now. So I would like to explore those potential, but ultimately, I want to get to the end goal.
Yeah. Let's see, Tim with a question.
What is the cost of
I don't know, I got this guy.
implementation versus EMF? That's the incumbent industry.
You said EMF?
Yeah.
So the market standard right now is a company called NDI from Canada, and their units
Canada.
are purchased in between $20,000 to $30,000.
Wow.
Anywhere in the world, basically. But it takes a very long time to actually receive it because the capacity is pretty limited. Our device, we originally started the company wanting to enter into consumer VR. We didn't see the potential.
So it's
still
cheap.
there yet.
Let's see how
We
much
had to
it
pivot to
costs.
Medical in between. So we originally wanted the device to be extremely affordable.
Which means like
sub
$1,000.
to $300.
Oh.
Right now,
Wow.
we can actually manufacture at $300 or less. So
I'm gonna sell
even
it for
though we are
600,
charging
700, yeah.
many times more than that,
Yeah.
we still have a lot of room to play with, I would say.
Wow. So guys, this is like a little pod thing. Like you could buy this because they said they want to use it for VR. Here's Tim.
Some of the big concerns in manufacturing are repeatability, reproducibility, and in the product you have concerns like edge case failures. These can have big impacts on lives. Are these areas that you think you can stand out from your competitors? Are these areas where you've had enough production that you can kind of understand how you're going to match up to some of the requirements?
Actually, that's one of the areas that we love getting questions from. So one
Yes,
of the
Tim is
unique
killing it with the
benefits,
questions.
We have a lot, but one of them is that we never need calibration on site.
Wow.
So once we calibrate our device during the production, the users never have to calibrate the device because
That's insane.
the repeatability is basically always going to be there. So absolute positioning in relations to the base station plus the center, you don't have to worry about the repeatability.
Damn. And yeah, Tech with Toby, yeah. I was asked to host a live stream.
Business model. In relative to the total cost of medical instrument, what kind of percentage or revenue potential you are looking at for this market?
Yeah, so the device itself, I mentioned that we had a lot of room to play with. The consumables, disposable, actually the margins are pretty thin. So it's more about the numbers game, if you will. So I think in terms of the margin, I can't reveal the exact numbers, but you can expect anywhere between 20 to even 50%. But there does exist high-end disposables even. So these are, maybe you can use it 10 times and then throw it away. Those are more expensive and have a higher margin built in. The interesting thing always with the medical is that there are so many different use cases and variations that you can pursue that you basically won't run out of ideas.
Wow.
Thank
yeah,
you
just
so
saying you can do
much,
really,
OPPO
really high precision 3D
Technologies.
tracking of like
Please
many
forward
types
that
of
pitch.
sensors.
Orbit. Media friends, you can vote
Again,
via
their
the
demo
Media
was
Choice link
so
we
cool. They
shared
had like
with
a
you
little like
earlier on.
like
Thank
pencil, and you just stick it around this like head. They kind of showed it there, but they had like a real world demo, and in real time it was like I mean, it's as precise as you could possibly imagine.
Interactive
Like moving
has a
in and out
proposal,
and showing you like
precision,
inside objects is
psychiatry,
really
and
cool.
skill. Unfortunately, they are unable to join us today due to an emergency. So up next,
Yeah, we're skipping one of the
please
presentations here,
welcome
guys.
our 12th team, SkiteLight from China, with their proposal, define the next generation displays with Perovskite MicroLED.
Next gen displays. Okay, I haven't seen too much about this. They raised 3 mil, started in 2023. They're from China.
Right. Good afternoon, ladies
Let's
and
see.
gentlemen. I'm Zhe Jun. I'm a material scientist from University of Cambridge. I'm also the founder and CEO of SkiteLight. Today I'm presenting to you guys the next generation display using Perovskite MicroLED. Ever since 30 years ago when liquid crystal LCD was first adopted, until 20 years ago OLED was launched, we have never stopped pursuing a brighter, a clearer, a more color vivid sort of display and immersive experience. But what comes with it is extremely high and increasingly high power consumption that pose a really, really high and negative impact on the battery life for the customer, but also to our planet. So our solution is Perovskite MicroLED solution, which is 10 times more energy efficient than the current LCD and twice as much energy efficient as the OLED. The key enabler is this material called Perovskite.
Does it look
they
as
have
good
much,
though?
much
Let's see.
superior performance than the current quantum dot technology, which some of you might recognize has just won the 2023 Chemistry Nobel Prize. The key limitation factor of this material, I mean, the performance is fantastic, but the problem with this material is it's extremely unstable. It quickly degrades under ambient condition when exposed to water and moisture and oxygen. So we are the research team based in Cambridge Cavendish Laboratory. We spent years of research to come up with a microporous optical glass to stabilize this material. And I'm really, really proud to announce at this OPPO Inspiration Challenge that we are able to stabilize this magic material for more than 10,000 hours under ambient conditions. What that means is,
how long is 10,000
this
hours?
Material in your mobile devices, your AR/VR headsets.
Like how is that actually good?
Imposing a very, very sick, we call it water and oxygen sort of anti.
That's 416 days
layers
of continuous
so this
usage.
really opens up this the opportunity for this material to be used in.
I don't know if that's enough.
Especially in display industry. By adopting very similar principle of the inkjet printer or the printer we use in everyone's household, we're able to make production of this material extremely scalable. We're making the precision of subpixel down to 0.8 micron. So to give you a perspective, it is 50 times more pixel dense than the retina display we're using our OPPO phone or other pads.
Really?
So we're targeting essentially the very big we call it commercial display market and also TV market for its energy efficiency, and we're targeting the micro display for AR and VRs because it's very, very bright color.
Yeah, it needs to be super precise because it's so small.
Not only are we able to produce a very, very strong performance in terms of red light, blue light, and green light, combining with inkjet printing technology, we're able to make this production of this display manufacturing really scalable. Comparing directly with our close competitor, we're able to generate more than 6 times much brighter this red light than our close competitor. We'll have a much, much reduced production cost because the inkjet printing machine is much cheaper than lithography, and also the consumable comes with lithography. So our team combines the experience, not only combines the experience of top talents from university.
They've got like a ghost person there, eh?
With industry expert. We have our CTO, full-time CTO coming from Apple, who has been studying and also researching on their latest
Dr. X
Pro. And we have a great combination of material research, startup operation, and also product designs. And also by combining with the very vibrant Cambridge ecosystem, which is a global headquarter for ARM. We have the co-founder and CEO of ARM joining as a strategic advisor, but also collections of essentially semiconductor fabless manufacturing and manufacturing company founders joining us as advisors.
You got a pretty good team there.
So essentially, we have been tested our material, and we successfully proved the performance on the commercial display and also the TV display. And we have brought our demo with us for the micro LED.
Yeah, I gotta go check that out. I didn't look at that one.
VR. Please come and join us in the tea breaks later. So as an 8-month-old company, we're quickly transitioning from pilot stage to from the demo stage to the pilot step by working with industry leaders in manufacturing and productions. So we're co-developing the technology with Cativa, the global leader in interprinting equipment for OLED manufacturing. And we have just won the global championship for New Display Technology Challenge organized by BOE, the largest display panel manufacturer in China. And
These guys are pretty legit for 8 months. It's impressive.
Not only are do we want to work with BOE,
raised $3 million.
Event, we're also working with Magna for much more efficient lighting solution for automobile, but also working with Intel to develop a low power consumption chip for display solutions. By SkiteLight, so we're redefining the display technology for mobile phones, AR/VR headsets, and also flat panel and also outdoor display solutions.
So like the thing behind him.
in reshaping the future of visual interaction and computing. Thank you.
Thank you
Good presentation.
so much. You now have 3 minutes and 35 seconds for Q&A.
And he's on time too, unlike everyone else. Let's see, Tim.
For presentation, quick question regarding the production. So, how are you? At what stage is your technology in terms of mass production, and how do you solve the mass transfer problem for the larger screen?
Great question. I'll break that into two folds. We have just established our global headquarters in Suzhou Industrial Park, and we are planning to build our manufacturing capacity from now to 20 times more in the next 6 months. So we have essentially looked at the equipment and also manufacturing facilities in Suzhou Industrial Park. For mass transfer techniques, so essentially our business model in big TVs and also commercial display is we will license our material and also essentially sell consumables
it's a licensing
to those,
play, okay.
display manufacturers, and they themselves have the mass transfer techniques for big display. But for small and micro display, you don't need the mass transfer techniques, so we can make the chipset and modules ourselves.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
No questions?
Would you say your biggest advantage is a material that stabilizes the property of perovskite?
Yes. So
that's what they're talking about right at the beginning.
And we're the first research group in the world to come up with optical glass. And we are also the first group to essentially synthesize and upscale the productions of this optical glass. So
it's like a very special
about 2 years ago,
material.
we first essentially observed this phenomenon, this fantastic phenomena. And because of my background and my co-founder's background in chemical engineering, we immediately started essentially using a much more scalable chemical engineering processing techniques to essentially upscale the production of this material. And the exact reason we're choosing interprinting rather than lithography or other very expensive processing techniques is we have identified because interprinter and also interprinting technique has been widely commercially available. So we're using essentially, we're de-risk our adoption of our material in industrialization by adopting more mature technology.
This guy's killing it. This is a great presentation. He knows all the answers. I don't even have anything to say. Just listen to this guy talk. He's a genius.
Are there any particular problems right now that are seeking this solution in terms of the brightness or other aspects where bringing in such a new technology that's still evolving is really worth the risk in order to solve those needs?
Tim killing it with the questions, as always.
So, one of the key advantage of this Perovskite MicroLED is it can generate more than 1 million nits in brightness. So that's about 1,000 times.
Yeah, what?
LCD and OLED.
I was going to say, isn't it usually like 2,000 nits or something?
Optical see-through AR, MicroLED is a must-have solution to combine with essentially waveguide. But for commercial display,
you guys hear that 1,000 times brightness.
The cost is the very crucial factor. We can actually, essentially, because it's much more energy efficient, we can reduce this brightness but use much less power. So essentially, at the top manufacturer, especially in China, is working with us in developing this material technology in their commercial display.
Wow. I think this guy's a contender here for...
Thank you so much, SkiteLight.
Not even just because the tech, but because it's very, very good presentation.
And judges, please score their proposal.
1,000 times will light up my town. Yeah, probably. You might need like special sunglasses to look at it. I think it's just a demonstration of the capability of the technology.
For media choice. Thank you.
I think we have 2 left, guys. I really liked that one. That's one of my favorite ones so far that's come up. I just thought it was a very clear presentation as well, which I can't say for all of them. Some of them were a little bit all over the place.
All right, coming right up.
So there's like they had like a
welcome
clear
our
vision
next
too on
team,
what they want to do.
Woola from Estonia.
Estonia, interesting. Okay. Any possibility for caption? Unfortunately, guys, it can't live caption. Afterwards, YouTube should auto caption this for you. But I don't think you can do like live stream captions.
My name is Hanna-Lisa, and I'm the CEO at Woola.
Woola,
so our
okay.
journey at Woola started in 2020 when I used to have my own online store. And that's where I saw the plastic packaging problem. So 159 billion parcels were shipped last year, and 40% of them in plastic bubble wrap. So after seeing this problem,
This sounds cool. I saw that
started
one.
looking for new materials myself that could replace plastic bubble wrap, because at the time I needed them in my own online store. And it was a very difficult task. There were basically no materials out there that would be sustainable and also look good, until we found out about sheep wool. So we found out that 200,000 tons of sheep wool goes to waste in Europe every year.
That makes sense.
And this is because the quality of it is very low. So you
they
can't,
can't actually
use
use
in
it.
textile production, you can't do anything from it. So farmers were like literally burning or burying the wool. And I thought that
Wow.
that's such a shame, because it's like a natural miracle material. It's elastic, it regulates temperatures and humidity, and I mean the sheer amount of it, 200,000 tons that goes to waste, this could actually replace all plastic bubble wrap globally. And that's exactly what we started doing at Woola. So we are replacing plastic bubble wrap with wool packaging. And this is the first product that we launched. It's the wool envelope. So it has a recycled paper layer on the outside for printing the message on it and for attaching a label. And then it has a wool layer on the inside. So the wool layer protects parcels in transportation, and the packaging also stands out. So these two things combined
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I
really
saw it at
help
the
to
demo
keep
booth.
plastic out of the picture for good. Our clients are online stores who are shipping fragile goods. So companies who are making electronics, beauty and skincare products, jewelry, watches, luxury products, perfume, supplements, etc. And our main markets right now are France and Scandinavia. So here's a quick overview of some of our clients.
Wonder if it's
And
waterproof,
we launched
though.
the product into the market in 2020, so the same year that we got the idea. So we're already quite active in the market. We have early traction, so a monthly revenue of 35,000 euros is what we do right now.
It's not bad considering.
And here you can
Let me
see
look
a
at
few
the raise.
examples of how
3.2 million
Woola packages
US.
are currently being used. So here's an example of an online store who is using Woola to ship out their electronics, so phones, headphones, watches,
Must be
things
waterproof
like
then.
that. And here's the newest prototype that we have. So this is a
Oh.
watch box we made specifically for OPPO. You can also see this in the demo area. So OPPO needed a wool component in their watch packaging to protect it during transportation. So we made this early prototype.
This
for
is
them.
super soft, by the way, guys. The material feels really
And,
cool.
In terms of the other industry, so this is a very cool example of a Dutch perfumery that's called Salle Privé, who is using Woola to ship their perfumes, and they actually also use it as retail packaging. And here's a French company called Mademoiselle Bio, who is shipping cosmetics in Woola as a standard packaging.
See,
And
that makes more
here's
sense to me.
another,
Electronics,
example from a
I don't know about
company
the
in Sweden
waterproofness of
that's
it, right?
using Woola to ship out like supplements and vitamins.
Okay.
And we are also working with the luxury sector. So we are working with the LVMH group that houses brands like Louis Vuitton and Dior and many others. And we are the winner of the LVMH Innovation Award in
Wow.
Sustainability, which we just got this year in June. In terms of our production, so we are based in Estonia, and so is our production. So we have our own factory.
I think that might be a limiting
and
factor.
Everything we produce is in-house, and the factory is also based in Estonia. And in terms of like energy, we have our own autonomous renewable energy grid that we partially use for powering the factory. And in terms of
That's interesting.
certificates, so we are very proud to be a certified B Corp as of this year, and our products are also FSC certified, and we're in the final stages of getting the TÜV certification.
I don't know what a B Corp
We
is.
are an externally funded company, so we are backed by Future Ventures, which is a Silicon Valley-based VC fund that has invested 3 million euros into Woola.
3 million euros,
Very
okay.
importantly, the people behind all of this, so our team, we're quite a small team of 15 people, but we have a 50% ratio of all managerial roles being filled by women at Woola. And when we were looking for a location for our factory, we chose a region that is very rural and it has a high rate of chronically underemployed people. So 30% of our population comes from that segment.
Wow,
And
okay, that's
finally,
impressive.
all of our
That's
employees
noble for
have
sure.
stock options at Woola, because this is the only way that we think it makes sense to work towards this very big mission.
I don't know if that's good from an investor
So
perspective,
the last
though.
thing I want to talk about is what to do with Woola packaging after the end user receives it. So there's 3 options: reuse it, return it, or compost it. And the reuse part probably needs the most explanation, and it's also the most fun thing to explain, in my opinion. So these are all ideas what you can do with Woola packaging after you receive it.
A cat bed.
And
Oh, I'd totally do that.
We actually got
That's sick.
most of these ideas from our end users. They just started posting about it on social media and tagged us.
This is cool.
So for example,
This is really
you
cool,
can use
actually.
the wool packaging as a dish mop that you can see in the first photo. For some reason, cats and dogs really like sleeping on the wool part, so people use it as a pet bed. You can use it for DIY projects. You can make shoe insoles from it.
Okay,
the
this is
wool,
really sick,
it
like
regulates
legitimately
temperatures and
reusable.
humidity, so for Nordic climates, it works very well. You can also use it as a plant fertilizer, and there are a lot of opportunities.
A pencil case, that's interesting.
So I briefly already mentioned the packaging prototype that we made for OPPO. So this was a good test for us to see if we can help OPPO replace plastic, and I think the prototype showed that we can. So we're very excited to see if there are more opportunities for us to work together. Thank you very much.
Another good
Thank
presentation,
you so
very
much.
clear.
You now
I like
have
that
2
one.
minutes and 35 seconds for Q&A. Judges,
Right on
please.
time too. Wow, well done.
I have a question regarding how you plan to scale up the business. You mentioned there's
35K in
about
revenue. It's a little low, I guess, maybe.
200,000 tons of wasted wool annually in Europe alone. So with your factory in Estonia, and what's your plan on utilizing all these wools and shipping the packaging product to all over the world?
Yeah, I feel like Estonia is not the best location for that.
Our current factory has quite a high production capacity. We can make up to 800,000 packages a month. So in terms of revenue, we're talking about like roughly 400,000 euros. So the production capacity is quite high to service a big portion of Europe. But we are very much looking into expanding to Asia as well. And if we do that, then we are going to duplicate our production line. And the let's say good thing about it is that we are, let's say, a very, like our production technology is very affordable to duplicate, and in terms of timeline, it can be done within 6 months. So that's one of like our core advantages that has basically brought us here.
Well, I feel like the scalability is a bit of an issue for me to see
as
here.
a
Like,
follow-up on that question,
yeah.
in terms of your waste wool sourcing, are there any concerns about the stability of your sources in terms of competitors, maybe not even competing in this area, but competitors wanting to access that waste wool?
Yeah, do you have to pay for it?
Or any limitations in scaling from the amount of total global waste wool?
Yeah, so the amount of waste wool is so big that it's quite hard to grasp, what this 200,000 tons mean. But I mentioned before that our max production capacity right now is 800,000 packages. And if we were to work at max capacity right now, the amount of wool that we would need yearly is around 1% of the 200,000 tons. So this is how much waste wool there actually is. So yeah, running out of material basically is not like a risk we're seeing right now.
I think she's not really thinking of like a huge perspective, right?
Envelope.
Yeah, so our replacement product is mainly the plastic bubble wrap envelope because we're focused on like the protective aspect of it, and we are more expensive, of course, but we are quite competitive. So we have different sizes, and the product prices range between 60 cents to €1. And we mainly work on quantity, so we're focused on larger deals, and we also offer like quantity discounts, but those are the retail prices.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Woola, for your wonderful
That was a really good presentation as well, guys. I fear that she's like thinking on a smaller level because I'm hearing numbers like 35K, 400K. Like these kind of guys that are judging here are thinking about $1 billion potential, right? Can this company grow to $1 billion company? Maybe. It's cool, but out of Estonia, probably not, right? 400K per month max revenue out of one facility. It sounds like a lot, but it's not really that much. So that's still, it's a good price range, but I'm just curious, like, can they actually expand and scale to that point?
Two proposals.
Let's see.
Unfortunately, they cannot join us in person in Singapore, but they will join us online.
Here, guys, two more.
Let us welcome our next team, iLight
Who's this
from
one?
Israel, and the
iLight.
proposal 3D interactive platform.
Okay, this is the one I mixed up earlier. This is gonna be on Zoom, guys.
We are grateful to the organizer for allowing us to participate remotely. Thank you very much for your understanding. And now, I will ask you to close your eyes for a few seconds and listen. You can open your eyes now. If I were to ask you what it was all about, you would probably tell me that it was taken from a movie scene. But guys, it's actually 15 seconds that we recorded in a random street in Tel Aviv. Can you imagine yourself navigating this situation without seeing anything? We are already in 2023, and the technological advancements are on its way. And yet, these are the most common solutions for partially sighted and blind people. With today's achievements, we are able and committed to give them much more. Based on this fact, iLight was founded. So iLight is developing a smartphone-sized surface that can model complex objects, create real-time 3D maps, and even replicate facial features. With this tactile technology, user can actually touch, feel, and understand their environment everywhere they are. In the initial phase, the surface interfaces with smartphone SDKs on its back, but in the future, it will be embedded inside.
The motivation behind the product is the familiar gadget, the pinart surface. iLight has invented a novel method for matrix control of high-resolution surface. We know how to simultaneously operate thousands of linear pixels using only one engine in real time and with minimal power consumption.
Whoa, okay.
Here you can see our demo.
What?
Using computer vision and AI algorithms, we have 6 steps of analyzing. We started with real-time streaming that is captured by a stereo camera. After that, we convert the input to a depth map, then to point cloud, rotating the point of view to top view, and eventually demonstrated the whole of this process into a live pinart simulator. This simulator represents the topographic map of the room and the person that navigates inside.
So they can feel it on their hands for the...
of 16 pixels just to prove our concept and technology. In the video on the left, the physical matrix gets the input using a 3D camera that identifies the location of the cube and demonstrates it's on the smart surface. In the video in the middle, the physical matrix gets wireless input from a remote application. The user changes the location and the height of the green cube, and as you can see, the smart surface changes accordingly. In the video on the right, we have connected the previous live streaming from the room.
Let me see if I can
but this time to a
hide
real
this,
hardware
guys.
surface. It illustrates the great refresh rate that can be reached using our technology and the potential of our breakthrough product. Today, we are in the initial production phase of the first product that already contains thousands of pixels. Meet Irene. She is one of the participants in our experiments that iLight conducts periodically with potential end users. She is totally blind from birth. Here, she is navigating using our product. Her
So she's
goal
holding
in
a pin
mission
map of the
is to
room.
reach the white chair located on the right side of the room. This room she has never navigated before. As you can see, the amazing results even surprised us.
So guys, she's holding essentially a 3D
Today,
mapping of the
about
room that's using a pinout map.
295 million people are estimated to be partially sighted and blind, and this number is growing exponentially. Every 5 seconds, someone in the world goes blind. Our business model is based on product sale alongside a
Alright, let me hide
subscription
this so you guys
model
can see
from
this.
premium services and special features. In a highly competitive market, Highlight stands out with very clear advantages, including a user-friendly interface, the ability to operate at any moment, any environment, and of course, personal customization. So we started our journey about 3 years ago, received a non-dilutive governmental grant, secured pre-seed by Israel Innovation Authority and Incubate Ventures. Now we are transitioning from development to production, and 1 year from now, we aim to launch our first product in the market. As an ambitious team, which has rich technological skills, and of course, clear message, we want
Good
to
question to the
make
chat,
a
guys.
global
We'll see if they ask
social
that or not.
impact in the world.
Our technology has long-term potential in various aspects. Just think how much the digital world today lacks the sense of touch. The experience doesn't feel authentic, and the existing human-machine interfaces lack sensibilities. Just to give you a teaser, imagine our product assisting to a doctor or a surgeon in real time to obtain tangible information that aids in their decision-making process.
Whoa,
In the defense
that's a
market,
wild
the
demo.
product can help as a remote control and remote steering platform. Our system will be able to both model in 3D and identify user input in real time, and how the gaming experience looks when the user can feel what they see. Totally mind-blowing. Currently, we are in the seed funding round, and we are welcome any connection to VCs and private investors. Additionally, we are seeking for business partnership and joint POCs. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You now have 2
Yeah.
minutes and 52 seconds for Q&A.
I wonder if they're
please.
live on Zoom Respect. Good question though. I don't know how detailed this is, and if we can do small objects and moving objects. Seems like it's designed for stationary terrain.
Have you tested
That's pretty
your
big.
product in an outdoor evolving environment?
Yeah, there you go.
Hi everyone. And fortunately, we cannot be in person in Singapore, but this is a good question. Currently, all the testing were in indoor environment because of the transformation, but accordingly to the R&D plan, we are talking about doing the outdoor testing in the near future.
Okay, that would have been, I wish they had done that, because I would have said a lot probably about the product. Good questions in the chat. You,
Noticed, that you were using a cane and the device at the same time. So the idea of the device is not to replace a cane for the smaller motor functions to prevent tripping, but rather to provide kind of a larger infrastructure for navigation.
Exactly. This is what Highlight does. Honestly, we are a complementary product. The aim is not to replace another assistive guide, but also to give another demonstration of the environment in order
It's like a map.
to give them
Give me
more
like a 3D map that you can
and
touch.
more ability to understand what is going on in the surrounding. In the first phase, we are aimed to be as a complementary product, but in the long run, it's supposed to cover the dog training or the assistive aid.
I'm not really sure what she just said there.
So a person with blind disability, does he or she require special training in order to understand what the device is sending out as information? As a follow-up question, so with this, how do you compare it with, for example, audio-aided navigation?
So this
Good question,
is a good
actually.
question. At the first point, Highlight is looking not only to be a separated product, but also to be as a platform that the camera, as you can see in the video, and complementary audio feedback about what is going on in the surrounding, and the collaboration between the sound and the touch supposed to cover the visual gap. So this is how the platform does. And about your second question about the competitors, what is the added value of iLight is the volume. If we are looking at the competitors, most of them are doing manipulation in order to stimulate hand gesture, but the learning process of iLight is very, very simple and clear. Just imagine that as sighted person, non-sighted person, blind needs to touch things in the physical places in order to identify what the objects are. It's the same, but in a small size. So the learning process, as we did in the POC experience, just clear the message that the product is very intuitive for the user and also very short learning process.
Thank you so much.
Seems like
I
these
like
are
your
pretty
wonderful
early,
proposal.
to be honest with you.
Judges,
There is 800K,
please score the pitch.
it looks like.
3D interactive platform. Media friends, please vote via
We've got,
the Media Choice link. Thank you.
Do we have one more? I think we have one more. I'm not sure. That was I think they said that was the second last one. I think there's one more by Zoom.
We will now take a moment to consolidate the current scores before the final team takes the stage.
Who do you guys think is going to win at this point? This is interesting. I really don't know. There's so many presentations. They're so different too.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's really tough to say.
Welcome our final
I like the
team,
LED guy.
I like from Israel and their proposal.
Wait, Smart
bio-based solution for flexible electronics.
Oh, I messed that up. There was I don't know what the other one was. That was like that really cool, like orb thing. That was the reusable materials. Well, they have a lot of reusable ones. I don't know. Let's see. Smart Wrestling, okay.
My name is Liron, and I'm the CEO of Smart Wrestling. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to present Smart Wrestling revolutionizing solutions for flexible electronics. Flexible display are the future of technology, and it's going to change the entire way we use our devices and the entire user experience. The most common material in use today is polyimide. There are other polymers, mostly fossil-derived, that continue to contribute to the growth in e-waste. They are also lack of performance and expensive to produce. Therefore, we must find a bio-based solution. Cellulose is a great fit due to its chemical structure, ease of handling, and biodegradability. Cellulose is the most abundant biopolymer on Earth. It's basically a sugar that can generate transparent film, as you can see on the upper side of the slide. However, the resultant film is brittle. Smart Resin combines the most elastic material in nature, resin protein, with cellulose to give flexible yet strong film, as you can see on the downside of the slide. So what is resin? Imagine you could jump to the top of Statue of Liberty in a single jump. It turns out that fleas has the equivalent ability. They can jump about 100 times their height in order to get to the top of a dog or a cat. And they can do it due to this amazing protein named resin. So we decided to bring resin as a bio-based natural solution to polluted and harmful materials. We can then provide alternative super-performing materials for sustainable application.
Oh,
how do we do it? We don't kill insects to take out resin, rather we use genetic engineering technique to take the DNA that codes for resin. We can tailor fit it to bind to cellulose or any other biopolymer in the future. We then introduce it into bacterial cells that can produce a lot of this protein in a fermentation process. We are a spin-off of the Hebrew University and have an exclusive licensing agreement with them. In order to bring resin as an available solution to the industry, we have established a joint venture with a 17 years of experience biotechnological company, ACS Bio. We already established the first milestone, the fermentation yield, and are now working on the second target, which is the production cost. In order to achieve that, we have set up a few milestones by 2024. The first one was already established, the optimal media, which is basically the food that we give to the bacteria in order for them to grow. We need to scale up from a few 100 liters to 10,000 liters in-house and hundreds of thousands in the future. We continue to develop analytical and downstream processing. We put emphasis on eco-efficiency and optimal use of resources that will eventually enable us to optimize for large-scale production. This is actually the 10,000 liter tank fermentation that is in use in ACS facilities today. Resin can then be mixed with nanocellulose to generate a film that is flexible, transparent, and strong.
There you go.
We can control the thickness. There are green solutions using biodegradable materials. They are lightweighted, scratch resistant, have good performance in blocking UV, and they're expected to be lower at cost in comparison to polyimide in large scale.
So there you go, guys. This is what it's replacing.
Qualities, mechanical, optical, thermal, and electrical, are a great fit for this industry. Just imagine a dragonfly that flapped their wing millions of times with no fatigue due to the resin integrated into your smartphone that you can fold again and again.
Oh,
We currently produce our film in lab scale using a roller coater, as you can see in this video, and then let it dry. But in large scale, we have available roll-to-roll facilities that is a well-known continuous fabrication process for flexible substrate. For example, Kodak film is produced just like that. Resin has other use cases that, for example, resin film that is just resin. They are very elastic filmed and can be used, for example, for cosmetic solutions. Another example is resin hydrogel that are cross-linked resin that can be integrated into sports goods. We can use it as a 3D ink since resin is a photopolymerized biopolymer, and as a composite with nanocellulose as a first solution for flexible electronics.
Okay, so they want flexible electronics. That makes more sense now.
Biotechnology and material science. My background is biotechnology. I did my PhD at Professor Odetsosayev's lab, who is by himself an entrepreneur who started more than 18
This is a bit
startups
complicated to
until
follow,
today.
but I think I'm kind of getting it.
Sanamil and Daniel brings vast expertise in material science, biotechnology, and business development. Our board of directors bring vast expertise in financials and business development. All together, we bring this to life.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
The overall impact, we are looking to reduce the use of toxic chemicals, save energy in the production process, replace synthetic non-biodegradable materials, and lower the overall CO2 emission. To summarize, we expect high sales potential within 2 years. Companies in the biofabrication field are already evaluated as unicorns. We could just be the next one. It's a rapidly growing field. We established a joint venture to be the first to commercialize resin. We collaborate with leading global brands and already generated over $500,000 in incomes. We answer the ESG impact with our ecological process and products. We have a solid technology and a strong team to do all of that. I would like to thank you and call you to join us in bringing resin to the mass market.
So guys, this is the
providing a
last
wide array of
presentation.
industries
Sorry
with
to
the
speak
most
over them.
elastic material known
We're going to
man.
do the Q&A, and then unfortunately I'm not actually allowed
Thank
to
you
leak
so
to you
much,
who
team.
wins
You
this.
now
You have
have
to go
2
to the
minutes and
OPPO website to
55
check that
seconds for
out.
Q&A. Judges,
So we're going to do
please.
Q&A here. Let me know in the chat right now who you guys think is going to win. I think LED, the LED presentation is one of the top ones for sure. I think the big 300 million US one has potential as well, even though they don't really need like the exposure that they have here. I really like the haptic one. I don't think that's going to win though. The 3D modeling one looks good
I
too.
think if we look at something like PET, it's primarily for the price manufacturing. But when we look at something like polyimide, it's not so much about the price, but the durability in harsh environments, including space. So I guess to start with, you're really targeting the flexible electronics specifically. Could you mention maybe what specific advantages you have besides the source of the material in that space?
Also, performance-wise, I mean, for example, polyimide is very easily creased, whereas our solution is not that easily creased. We have better results, for example, using a tensile test. So to see how it creases, it's stronger when we tested tensile stress.
Again, guys, let me know who you think is going to win the chat.
Mechanically wise, we are better. However, we do have disadvantage in terms of stability for temperature, but still, our qualities are good for this market. We are stable up to 280 degrees, which is very good for for bio-based materials, and it's good enough for this market. So even though polyimide is stable up to 300 and more, we're still good
it's not really
for this application.
Guys, again, we're going to end right after this Q&A, so if it's abrupt, I apologize about that.
Sorry, I'll jump in again.
Yeah, let's
so in
hear what he
terms of
says.
the total available fermentation facilities globally. Do you think that you can meet the scaling that would be needed to really jump into a consumer device product?
Definitely. SES Bio already have a partner in China that have the capacity of 250,000 liters, and they are available up to 500,000 in Europe, in the US. So they're just standing available for any manufacturing that wants to come. So once we establish a large-scale fermentation process that is durable, we can do it anywhere in the world, which is also contribute to the to the sustainability, because we can produce anywhere, lowering the transportation issues.
Thank you.
Nice. All right, guys, that was the last presentation. LED guy, 3D tracking. Personally, I like the haptic one, but it's not going to win, I don't think. Woola was pretty good, but I don't think they really have that long-term scalable potential.
Thank you so much to Smart for your wonderful proposal. And judges, please score our final proposal, bio-based solution for flexible electronics.
So guys,
Media friends, please also vote via the Media Choice link. Thank you.
Okay, guys, so they are going to be doing the judging. If you want to see who wins, you do have to go to the official OPPO website. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to share that with you as much as I would like to. Again, we've kind of done our predictions here in the chat. Thank you guys all for tuning into this. I know this is a different thing than I normally do on the channel, but I had a really, really fun time. Massive thank you to OPPO for bringing me out here to Singapore.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have completed all 15
and there you go. Let's listen to this quickly.
Pitch sessions. Please, another big round of applause to thank all the wonderful teams for their lovely proposals and presentations. Thank you so much, teams. And of course, a huge thank you to all our wonderful judges as well. All of you have really wrecked your brains hard.
Yeah, seriously. They've been sitting here for 3 hours.
We will tabulate the scores right now and announce the top 5 proposals in a short while's time. So voting channel for the Media Choice Award will close in 5 minutes' time. So media friends, do take this time to cast your votes. We will now be going for a short break. Please do visit our
There's a link, guys, in
area
the description.
And enjoy your
you can go to OPPO. It'll be
wait
announced
for
on
the
there
results.
shortly.
At 5:20 p.m., 5:20 p.m., we will announce and present the awards for the top 5 outstanding proposals, Media Choice and People's Choice Awards for today's event. Thank you all so much, and I will see all of you later.
Perfect. They have a short tea break here, guys, so I'll stay on for 1 minute, and then I'm going to hop off. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning into this. Like I said, it's unique. I see all you guys in the chat. It was super fun to talk with you. And if you guys want more live streams in the future, please do let me know. It's probably not going to be a big event like this, but just in terms of Q&A, talking, seeing some cool stuff. If anything, this definitely inspired me. It gave me really some cool ideas for like what you could do with tech. And these startups, some of these startups have like 50K in funding, and look what they're able to do. Really, really impressive. And like all of these are practically brand new. One of them was 2016, but most of them are like 2020, 2021, 2023. Really, really cool. All right, guys, gonna hop off the stream here. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in some more YouTube videos, comments, etc. Make sure you like the stream, share it. It will be available shortly after this in DVR on the channel. And with that said, take it easy, guys.